17th season of MPL Philippines is brought to you by the following sponsors. Infinix, the official gaming phone partner, the power behind every Madlang gamer. Smart, the simply reliable connectivity partner of the MPL. Our partner in esports, Clear Men. And our strategic partners, TT Racing, Ferry, and SIP. Don't miss any MPL action by following our official Facebook and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Follow MPLPH on TikTok for more content. Experience the lakas ng Pinas of MPLPH Season 17 live at Victoria Sports Tower. Grab your tickets now via the official MPLPH website. MPL Philippines is monitored and supervised by the Games and Amusement Board.
Pagbabalik, ML Superfans, 2 linggo na lang ang natitira para sa ating regular season. Kaya kung hindi nyo pa nararanasan manood ng live right here at the MPL Arena, then you're missing out dahil MPL Arena pa lang, marami nang nagaganap. Tulad na lang ng ating merch booth. Every week, iba-iba yan. But for this week, it is Team Liquid Philippines. At syempre, nandito rin ang ating fansik laban kung saan naglalaban ang iba't ibang fans for their teams. And you know, hindi magpapahuli ang ating Infinix booth where you can check out their phones while also playing some of their games. And last, but definitely not the least, is the Clear Men booth. Marami pa yan. Pero alam nyo ba kung ano talaga ang pinaka-miss out nyo? Oh, then right at the heart of the arena.
Sure ako na ang pinaka-nami-miss out nyo ay ang energy ng ating MPL Superfans. Talaga namang kakaiba ang init ng ating MPL Arena ngayong hapon. Pero quick recap lang tayo with what happened last week. 2 teams na ang nakaselyo ng kanilang playoff spot. It's Team Liquid Philippines and Team Falcons na nakakuha na ng kanilang mga ticket. At ngayong linggo ay mas asahan na mas hahaba ang listahan ng mga papasok sa ating postseason.
Kaabang-abang nga yan, Odin. And speaking of which, kaabang-abang din ang 2 matches natin today, starting with ONIC Philippines at APBR.
At susundan na rin lamang yan ng nagbabagang Barangay Smart Omega at nangunguna sa listahan na Team Liquid Philippines. May pagpapatuloy nga kaya ng Barangay Smart Omega ang kanilang win streak o papatirin sila ng The Cavalry?
Every match is important and every point will count from here on out. Kaya ML Superfans, ihanda ang inyong sarili para sa intense action.
That's right, kaya naman samahan niyo kami dito lamang sa tahanan ng pinakamalalakas.
ML Superfans, sabay-sabay tayo! Ito ang MPL Philippines Season 17! Palag na to!
Show's just getting started and we already have so many questions, so many twists and turns, and we're just getting started. Welcome to day 1 of week 7. At your service, my name is Leo here on the English desk with Brigida and Midnight alongside our colleagues in the Filipino desk.
Kami naman ang nandito, si QWERTY, kasama ko si Burrito at si Wolf.
Nabanggit na ng ating napakagandang mga hosts na meron tayong 2 teams na nag-punch na ng ticket nila sa playoffs. But there is one more team that just suddenly, as the week started, secured theirs. But first, let's talk about MPL Philippines being monitored and supervised by the Games and Amusements Board. Gentlemen and lady, alam nyo ba na as the day started, makikita natin sa ating standings, real quick, meron ng isa pang team na nakapag-qualify for the playoffs.
Ooh, that's Falcons and Team Liquid Philippines sa ngayon na nakikita natin. Pero pataas ang chances for ONIC, I believe.
Yeah. Yes.
Tinitignan ko din eh. Parang, alam mo, let's be honest here. ONIC has a very high chance of getting into the playoffs. Hindi imposible na matanggal sila, but all they have to do is to win one more match. If my calculation is right, tingin ko si Midnight matutulungan ako dito.
Yeah, I guess if you look at the standings real quick, and of course the updated scores of our teams is almost impossible, if not impossible, for ONIC Philippines to actually secure the playoff slot, because the last 2 teams that are trying to vie for, ONIC slot is gonna face each other.
Yeah.
So yun nga yung tunay na yung pinost ko, cannibalismo.
Oo.
Tatanggalan nila ng point ang isa't isa. Tama.
Pero ang dami nating aabangan ngayon. Actually, nandito nga ang AP Bren versus ONIC. Tapos, followed by yung mainit talaga at nagbabagang Smart Omega versus ito, matindi ang kalaban nila, Team Liquid Philippines.
Oo nga, no? Nakita natin na yung galit na Liquid last week ay nakalaban at nakaharap ng AP Bren. Though nakaisa naman din sila sa Team Liquid pero alam natin nagigil pa rin itong Team Liquid and ang Smart Omega ha, nakakaapat na panalo sa kanilang franchise and excited ako na makita yung mga teams na pinag-uusapan natin kanina. Lalo na itong maghaharap ngayon, AP Bren and ang ONIC Philippines.
Yeah, I agree. Kasi I think Smart Omega have put themselves in a position where a lot of people have their eyes on them. But just the same, AP Bren and ONIC, eto yung kailangan nating pansinin.
Yan yung sinasabi ko Di ba? Nabanggit ko I did the math in my head. And I walked in. Sabi ko, alam ko secured na sila So, kinonfirm lang.
Binitin lang tayo kanina. Tapos ngayon, kinonfirm. And actually, sobrang ganda talaga nung pag-improve ng chemistry dito ng ONIC.
That is how you react to getting into the playoffs. At syempre, big props naman din kay Savero. A lot of people have doubted yung magiging chance ng ONIC of Philippines na hindi sila siguro yung pwedeng makapunta sa playoffs or hindi sila yung magiging dominant na team. There were so many times na na-impress tayo sa ginagawa ng ONIC Philippines pero nandito na sila ngayon na sila ikatlong team na pasok sa playoffs.
Ang tawag dyan, zero-sum game. Hindi
Zero-sum
na
game.
kailangan laruin ng ONIC yung spot nila sa playoffs because long story short, AP Bren and Twist will still have to play against each other and either one losing secures the Super Fam.
Yeah, in short, ito kasi yung dalawang team that are trying to, stop and hold ONIC back from playoffs. Unfortunately, they're gonna meet each other. So no matter what, tama ka, magzi-zero-sum game. Kasi basically, hindi pwedeng silang dalawa yung umahabol. It has to be just one.
Yep. Pero AP Bren have a very different conditions in order to qualify for the playoffs. And you would say, compared to the other teams, they are in a much complicated spot kasi they have two scenarios with many, many, many requirements.
Gaano ka-complicated?
Well, we can see na meron naman tayong scenario A and B dito. I think the quick summary is if they win sa ONIC and sa Twisted, ito yung mga kalaban nila this week. Ang kailangan nilang maghintay is manalo yung Falcons din sa Twisted para talagang bumaba yung scores ng Twisted Minds. Now, scenario B, let's say na nanalo pa rin sila sa ONIC and the Twisted but yung TLPH naman ay manalo sa TNC, pasok pa rin sila. So parang ang pinaka siguro summary dito is manalo muna sila, number one. And if in case mag-wish sila na matalo ng mga kuya nila sa taas ng Falcons sa TL, yung mga pwedeng manglaglag sa kanila.
Alam mo maganda dito kasi hawak pa rin naman ng AP Bren yung kanilang kapalaran. Kapag nanalo sila ng 2 beses, doon na nila hindi hawak ang kanilang kapalaran, di ba?
Job's done.
Yun na yun. Okay na yun.
At nandito na naman tayo sa punto na talagang kahit padulo na tayo sa regular season, hindi pa rin natin sure kung sino-sino nga ba yung papasok.
Speaking of the regular season, this young man on screen, the silent Shizo, has slowly been breaking the silence. Ilang season na siya na pinapanood ng Madla saying, time to step up, Shizo, time to step up. Actually, you know what? Look at the stats. He has been stepping up.
Yeah, I feel like even for these past few seasons, lagi siyang merong isang hero na parang pwede mong i-attach sa name niya even performance-wise. There's always this one hero na you kind of have to watch out for whenever he gets his hands on that hero. It's just that maybe you could argue that this season, overall, AP Bren as a team might be struggling to just figure out what really works for them best.
Yeah, I agree. And I think one of the factors that we have to consider here is that even though he's stepping up, like if you look at the regular season stats, there's a lot of departments where Shizo has improved. But the thing is, you can say that for a lot of gold laners here in the Philippines. Even Savero, right? Even Savero has improved by a huge margin coming from Indo to Philippines. So it is not just stepping up, but step up exponentially. Step up 10. Hindi pwedeng 6 lang. Step up 10 kagad. Direkta ka doon sa 10th iteration movie na yun.
Naka-tunnel vision ako sa KDA niya. Number 3 in the league out of all gold laners. So ibig sabihin nun, if in terms of KDA lang, 3rd best gold laner siya.
Yes.
So that's a step in the right direction. I think Savero has his work cut out for him. I think kakayanin ni Shizo ito because it's do or die. Again, this is the first step. They gotta win this match.
Yeah. And ako ay magiging mahirap yan para sa kanila dahil katapat nila isang team na meron din kakaibang ginagawa dito. Ladies and gentlemen, lady and gentlemen, meron din akong gustong ipakita ngayon which is, by the way, etong credit na to ay nagaling sa English desk dahil nakuha ko sa kanila yung tinatawag nilang Orange Gambit wherein para siyang upgraded version ng Vertical Jungling. Very quickly, ang vertical jungling is parang kakaiba siyang style kasi kunwari magsa-start ka sa purple buff katulad ng ginagawa ni Burrito palagi. Instead na papunta dun sa orange buff na horizontal yung galaw mo, paakyat ka which is taking vertical. Ngayon, bakit nagkaroon ng isang orange gambit? Kasi ito yung mas delikado, medyo gamble nga siya kung isipin. Mas delikado kasi may expose mo yung sarili mo side dahil pupuruan mo yung orange side ng kabila. So actually, dito sa side na to, dito sa actual clip na ipapakita ko from TNC and ONIC, ginawa ng ONIC, nag-skip na tayo eh. Na-clear na ni King Kong yung clamor ng kabilang team. So ang ginawa ni King Kong, so since ano siya, di ba, baliktad. Nandito tayo sa papunta sa orange side ng kalaban. Nanggaling siya sa purple, pinunta agad niya yung clamor para manakawan ng farm yung katapat niya. And ang naging resulta nito, ang kanyang katapat na Hayabusa is kulang ng farm at magiging positive yung trade for ONIC. As you will see in the middle, napaka-farm na ni King Kong. Level 4 na siya pagpasok niya dito. So talaga makakuha siya ng damage pa. Ngayon, ang mga teams na to, hindi kasi ito yung first time naglawan ng ONIC. So siguro naintindihan nila siya. In the next clip that I will show you, ito naman yung parang sinagot siya or naghanda yung Falcons. You will see na after the purple buff, pumunta agad doon sa may rock or sa side itong si Kyle, expecting na nandun na si Kong. In fact, ayun nga yung makikita natin dun sa minimap. Check nyo yung minimap. Ayan, makikita nyo dito si King Kong. So, yung orange na rotation vertical jungling ay napigilan ng ONIC. In the next clip that I will show you, maging simple na lang kasi yung ONIC this time, successful ulit sa ginawa nila. So, the idea is, itong Orange Gambit is an upgraded version of vertical jungling na ngayon either kaya mo siyang kontrahin or kaya naman pag naging successful siya, biglang lalamang talaga sa farm yung jungler mo.
Yeah. And ang ganda nung display ni Wolf dito kasi again, umaabot na tayo sa punto na pati yung mga players natin nerd na din. Kasi ginagamit na yung Orange Gambit to trade against Little Wanderer. Minsan kapag hinaharang na kalaban, they just choose to fight, burn battle spells. So parang ang daming result, ang daming net wins for ONIC Philippines. And I think this is one of the move na kailangan masagot dito sa laban nila.
And one question that needs all of the sagot is what do they gotta do? What are the keys to victory brought to us by Infinix, gentlemen?
Yeah. Apart from actually winning that Orange Gambit or kontra nyo pag Orange Gambit ng ONIC, ang kailangan gawin dito ng APBR ay limatayan yung mga hero ni King Kong. Katulad nung pag hinahawakan niya yung Harley or yung Suyu, ang bilis kasi masyadong mag-jungle. At alam naman natin na ito yung common criticism sa ONIC if King Kong's heroes are gonna be limited. And also, kailangan nila bantayan yung jungle camps nila. It's also clear na mula nung week 1 pa lang ang ONIC gusto talaga mag-invade. Hindi lang sa first cycle ng rotation ng buffs, pati dun sa minute 3 onwards.
Yeah, and for ONIC Philippines, super important that they have to force APBR into non-assassin comps. Hindi na lang to Suyu composition kasi nakita natin yung Leomord ni James Pax was definitely very capable of lifting the spirits of the team and also play fast. Even up against the likes of Team Liquid Philippines, APBR was finding some momentum kapag umaabot sila sa punto na may farm, sila Shizu, may farm si KLBJ. So I think for ONIC Philippines, it's very important for them to set the tempo at the very first minute of the game to prevent this sort of comeback mentality na meron ng APBR.
I think that's a two-step process. They have to both respect the ONIC Gambit, the Orange Gambit rather, and then isipan nila ng follow-up.
Yes.
Kasi diba, alam to ni Burit siya ni QWERTY, first minute of the game, hindi ka pwedeng chumilang.
Bawal. Kailangan talaga naka-protect todo. Actually, pati yung mga kakampi niya, kailangan talaga nakamata sila kung anong gagawin ng isa't isa.
Kailangan ready sila mag-level up ng game. And of course, your grades. Because the best students don't just study hard, they study smart.
That's right. Meet the Infinix XPad 30E, the first true education tablet in the Philippines. It features an 11-inch FEG plus big screen, an AI tutor on tap, and over 120,000 free courses.
It's the time to make learning easier and a whole lot more fun. Get your Infinix XPad 30E, your easy learning smart buddy.
Gaano tayo ka-excited? Kasi itong dalawang teams na to, very early game-centric ang kanilang win conditions, ang kanilang keys to victory.
Yeah, what is exciting then is kung paano ko kontrahin ng isang team yung early ng kalaban but at the same time, malakas din dapat yung early nila. So parang may push and pull na mangyayari at magiging mind games to sa draft pa lang.
I agree. Especially for a team na medyo sanay na talaga mag-close out ng games like ONIC.
Well, let's get the game started. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our teams making their way on stage.
To ensure the integrity of the game, let us welcome our marshals, Luis, Chico, Dojin, and Joshua G. They've shown flashes of life and the hunger to win. It's time for the clutch run to begin. Bees, heto na ang inyong APBR! fast, fierce, focused on their quest for their 7th win. Sonics, what time is it? It's ONIC time!
Tiap era kita kasih keras, biar aja yang bawa kelas. Bila ONIC pegang kendali jangan semua harap.
And our head referee, the Chop Master, Sense. And head coaches, Coach G for APBR and Coach Bluffsy for ONIC Philippines. Will the Hive find their clutch move, or will ONIC Philippines force their collapse? MPL Superfans, fucking high!
Let's talk about APBR because the pressure is on for them. They gotta win this.
The last time they met, the pressure was definitely on them. There was a quick adjustment from ONIC in terms of what heroes they should not allow APBR to have. But we saw APBR gradually picking up as well. And I feel like it's so much important that we put that extra emphasis on their early rotations and not allowing for ONIC to just steal away all those XP. Because even up against teams like TLPH, you see how important it is for James Panks to get that snowball.
Yeah, that's very true as well for ONIC Philippines. Aside from the orange gambit, you also have to play the jungle gambit between King Kong and also James Panks. One thing that I want to highlight here for ONIC Philippines is that even though they're one of the fastest teams in the league right now, one thing is definitely sure: if you get shut down in the early game, that's it.
And by getting shut down in the early game, you're kind of closing out on your star players. Again, eyes on Shizo, eyes on Savero, the very first import in the league's franchise history. So that's the other half of that question is, are they ready to win the early game so that their gold laners can pop off? I think this kind of responsibility is so much more heavier for Shizo because his KDA is third best, so he has to protect that.
Yeah, especially looking at the graph, because you would see that even turtle control percentage-wise, there's so much that APBR has to do just to match ONIC.
Let's listen to these players as they prep for the match through the smart 5G ping test.
Hello, hello, hello. Ang preparation namin this week, normal lang na ginagawa namin sa screen. Kasi lahat naman ng team pinag-aandaan namin. And ang plano namin sa APBR para di sila makaisa, gawin lang namin yung lagi namin ginagawa sa screen. Kasi adapt namin sa tournament. Good luck. Good luck sa inyo, galingan niyo.
Strategy namin, freestylean lang. Kahit ano mangyari.
Why not, Pogi? Takot? Good luck, galingan niyo.
Nanalo daw si Panks, kakanta daw ulit siya. Kanta pati sayaw. Eh, utang pa siya isa. Utang pa siya isang kanta. Sa lahat ng pumunta, thank you. Sana makauwi kayong ligtas.
Message ko sa fans namin, salamat sa mga pumunta ngayong araw. At sana patuloy niyo kami supportahan sa bawat laban natin. Ingat kayo, God bless.
Ano yun, getting to know?
Winner Bochao, may number sa'yo!
I believe Brusco. When he says we didn't do anything special, we just prepped for every team we're about to face, I believe him.
Yeah, so it's the opposite of what we heard from Shizo. It's more freestyle. And I wonder what does he mean by them doing freestyle?
What does that mean? I mean, honestly, at this point, you might as well, right? Like, okay, we're not gonna play Suyo in this game. A lot of teams are already special banning our heroes.
Yeah.
Might as well just go freestyle, you know? We might see a lot of, like, weird heroes for these players. You never know. Maybe they bring up the Aldous again.
Oh, is that why? So was that the plan since week 6?
You know what? Freestyling did not serve them well. But when they get their key picks, then that's when they see a lot of success. How do you get 22 KDA on a roamer? You put Nova on Glue. How do you get the same number on a jungler? You put Suyo on James Panks. But the latter, I think, is not going to happen.
Oh.
Yeah. Never. Especially with all the teams already looking into the hero pool of James Panks. I think, you know, every week we talk about this. What is the next move? It is a big question at this point because ONIC Philippines, it's not an Aldous, but it's also might not be the Leomord because they saw that against TLPH. Maybe they consider for ONIC Philippines picking up that Leomord for King Kong. Who knows?
So ban Harley, ban Suyo, leave open Leomord.
Yes.
Go from there.
Take it.
But the Baksha too.
That's true.
I don't mind a trade. I don't mind a trade.
So it's gonna be Baksha, Leomord.
You have to watch out because whoever gets the Baksha has a better early game in that.
Yep.
If it happens for ONIC, continues to prove their pre-turtle dominance. King Kong has 7 kills, which is the #1 in record amongst all kills in the first 2 minutes. And then Bruce has 11 assists in the same time frame.
Yeah.
Those are record-breaking stats.
And this is regardless of like what the kind of jungler King Kong picks up, right? Because I think mentioned in the keys to victory to force AP Bren to non-assassin junglers. So when we brought up the entire idea of the Baksha, I'm not sure if that like it's counted under like the non-assassin junglers.
I mean, it fits technically.
Categorically, it is not
an
assassin jungler.
I think for ONIC Philippines, you take the Leomord, you give James Box the Baksha, and then they're playing a non-assassin comp, and then King Kong gets to play this high-paced early game hero where he gets to be the crazy monster that he is. Push the the envelope here for the momentum for ONIC Philippines. By the way, the 7 kills is not like 7 kills 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a total. Like for the entirety of season, every 2 minutes he gets at least 1 kill per game.
Yep. So you just add that up.
Yes.
So if we're mincing, stats, right? If we're cutting it down to the details, are we saying in this trade, James Banks better get the Baksha, and King Kong better get the Leomord if you want to see something close? Because if you switch that, I think it's over. If you switch that, ONIC gets that orange gambit.
I beg to differ. I think for AP Bren, you better take that Leomord.
Oh yeah?
Because if they give the Leomord to King Kong, another snowball hero, but the problem is it's not a good trade for AP Bren because even if they're happy with giving away the Baksha, ONIC has been happy with the Baksha for the longest time now. Even taking it first base.
Yeah. So, because also in a way, like, there's just maybe a bit more layers of things to consider for AP Bren when they draft.
There's so many things to consider.
Because I think, especially for KLVJ in the XP lane, like their XP lane picks have had like a bit of an identity crisis.
And they can't even like first pick Urena. Some teams can get away with it. AP Bren can't.
Yeah, that too.
Even with like a first pick Phoveus. So again, it comes down to identity. Like sometimes you just can't force who you are.
Oh.
I mean, at that point,
Sounds really existential.
Yeah, at this point, if you're AP Bren, you're gonna face ONIC Philippines knowing that you're at a deficit when it comes to strategies and first phase heroes.
Oh. So they've got that going for them. By the way, we're going to expanding rivers with AP Bren choosing to go to the blue side. They picked to ban the Fanny and the Baksha. That's what I'm telling you. The Suyo goes as well. And the Marcel's.
Marcel. He's gone.
Oh yeah, so I'm starting to feel that maybe the Leomord might be the option.
Yeah.
Or the Prio, but the Harley 2 is gonna be.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you pick your poison. I don't know if AP Bren wants to ban the Harley here as well.
Ban almost all junglers.
I think you leave it open. You give the opportunity to ONIC for ONIC to choose the between Harley, Leomord, and maybe the Lancelot for second phase. Because if you're AP Bren, if you look at the pattern of ONIC Philippines, if almost all junglers are open, they go second phase King Kong. So now AP Bren can either take the Leomord first pick, or they go Freya Flex for KLVJ.
Oh my lord, that's right. For the first time in a while, Freya might be open.
Even the Jusin.
Yes.
The Jushin, the Valentina.
Yep.
The Syrah.
Syrah.
Three.
The Syrah.
This is what defines what's open.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think if you're ONIC Philippines, you throw away the ban. You basically just ban any hero.
Ban glue, dude.
Yeah, at this point, ban anything. Although, Freya would still work. Yeah, that's definitely a throwaway ban.
Okay. So
it's weird seeing Marcel and Kalea in one side.
So I agree with you. Don't pick Leomord, don't pick Harley, don't panic.
Yeah, you go Freya. You take it with the flex.
Do it.
Do it.
well, part of me also feels like maybe they'd want to bring back the Valensora.
Oh. Valen first pick? Yeah.
I don't mind.
Oh, but they still, of course.
But if you go Valen, you open the Freya. So just take the absolute element here.
Yeah. So I think the idea here for AP Bren is that they're forcing ONIC to take Valentina, so they block the Sora from AP Bren. Because if you don't take the Valentina here, AP Bren might just go Sora Valen.
That's right.
That's a good combo. Or maybe just the Valentina. So they don't take the bait. They go Harley Zushin. I like this option. But now you give basically what ONIC did was, we're not going to play your game. We're not going to go second phase King Kong. Let me play our game. We take the Harley, you go take the Leomord.
But what you lose out here in not going Valensora or like dividing, that package is you know exactly where the Frey is going. That's it. There's no flex.
And you rely too much on winning the team fights, which is, I think, a bit tricky up against ONIC, who are very, I think, one of their strengths is just really finding those objectives early on and pushing turrets early on.
Yeah. So I think with that, with that saying, I'm gonna quote our actually not little, our big friend here, Mirko from Indonesia. If you already have this comp that relies heavily on the Freya, go all in on the Freya. Draft heroes that jump and are not scared to go frontline, and I like this. The Lilia can play frontline against the Harley, and now you also have the Hilda factor that will be sort of like, the aggressive hero against the Harley and the Zushin, because he does not mind dying. That's his job, actually, to die for the Freya this game.
You got 3 heroes that hunt down King Kong.
Yes.
Essentially.
I don't even know if if you could still consider the build as a flex, because
That's a roamer.
I would.
But yeah.
You want to throw that on TLPH maybe?
Or now that you see the Arlott matchup, it's a more role.
Should be dependent still. Should be dependent.
Oh no.
I like what you brought up though. Like this comp from AP they can still flex it around, but the problem is they're on blue side, so they're not gonna be able to utilize that last pick potential. So it is gonna reveal what the Hilda and the Freya's lane's gonna be, but I like this Leomord ban coming out from ONIC Philippines. They recognize the fact that, okay, the only remaining threat against our lineup is Lancelot. That's it.
Ooh. Coach Bluffsy and Coach Hayes, they ain't playing around. Like they watched last week's match.
Yep.
Between AP Bren and Liquid.
Is that Sabero?
Yeah, I think it is. Absolute Cinema Sabero, bro.
Okay. So we got a ban coming in from AP Bren. Coach G and Coach Bom are really taking their time.
Yeah.
They don't know exactly how to attack ONIC's draft now.
Okay.
Whoa.
Classic carry ban against Freya. I still think though, if you're AP Bren, you ban the Moscow. You let the Yusenshin go. Like at this point, you might be able to fight out the Yusenshin with the Hildas, the Freyas, but the Moscow late game is just too much, man.
And there's a chance they can get no, because it's already Freya. They're just probably not gonna consider the Harith anymore because it's all magic anyway for ONIC.
What if they ban Sora? I'm okay with the Sora ban, honestly, for ONIC. Like, at that point, just remove one more flex.
Yeah, because there's no room for a Valentina anyways.
Yeah.
So that seems like a free pick.
Yep.
I really don't even like XP lane Hilda, so Sora would still be a better pick in my opinion for TLPJ.
Okay.
Uranus, Sora. They take away Cho. Interesting.
They're not convinced?
That it's a Romilda.
That's weird. That's weird. They have an Ardent Zushin. These heroes are like playing against Cho.
Yeah. Cho struggles. Like if you force the Cho to keep tabs on Harley even, you're wasting your Cho's strength, so why?
When was the last time we saw Nova on Cho?
He played Cho a couple times this season already, at least.
Yeah, but it's not like, a big factor.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's not like...
It's only been twice, and then
twice.
hasn't won.
A couple times.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, a couple. Nice. 1 and 2.
I got a database in my head,
Yeah.
or I just got lucky. I used the right words.
No, sorry, you're good. You're just that good.
Thank you. Second phase now. ONIC Philippines still looking for a gold laner and a roamer. How about a Khalid?
I like Khalid here. I like the Raging Sandstorm, not the Sanford one.
That's a Brusco pick.
Yeah, that's a Brusco pick.
Later tonight.
They go Claude. Okay.
No rush. No rush.
Yeah, I would have wanted the Moscow because now they can just put the Freya on gold lane for AP Bren, no pressure, because they see the Claude and Freya matchup.
Yeah.
That's a plus for AP Bren. Now the question is, do you pull out the Lancelot here for James Banks, or does he go classic James Banks picks like Lucas or Olus?
Don't play with my emotions. I like Lucas.
Okay.
The Olus not so
He's a
much.
better alpha.
That's true.
What else? Because he's not the type to just really bring out the likes of the Nolan or something like that. So it's
That would be good though.
the Nolan in this comp.
Yeah. Oh, unfortunately, they don't have Cho and Kalea. Never mind.
Yeah.
No combo there.
Yeah, no combo. Unless they go Kufra. Then Cooper Nolan makes sense.
And I still want to see that XP lane pick.
It's utility.
Goes for that Guinevere.
Oh, they take Moscow.
And
So it's for XP.
it's an XP Freya, yeah. So there you go.
Kill VJ.
LVJ will be rocking the Freya.
Yeah.
And they close up with a Khalid.
I think the Freya suits Kill VJ.
more than Shizo.
No, like playstyle-wise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he's been playing Freya for years in China.
Yeah.
So, makes sense. Super fans, scan the QR code and predict the match winner correctly for a chance to win 1,000 MLBB diamonds. Do it now.
Do it now.
How do you feel?
I like the draft for AP Brand. They managed to swerve this draft into an area where they can actually fight back because they have a lot of control. They have a lot of damage. But the problem is, I see Savero in Moscow, brother.
I would have kept the Freya on gold.
Yeah.
Me too. And then I see Savero Moscow. I'm like, I'm leaning towards ONIC right now because Savero Moscow never disappoints.
You mean Savero Claude.
Oh, sorry, Savero Claude.
And then the Moscow.
And then the Moscow on the other hand.
AP Bren had all of the decisions to be made to say, we're going fast.
Yes.
But they instead they go, we'll play at your pace.
Yeah.
Why?
Let me slow down.
Mobile Legends.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A lot of questions to be asked. And some of those questions asked by Wolf last week from that very seat haven't been answered yet. So let's see if this game will give us those as we get into game number 1.
Yeah. I guess it's gonna be mainly on Nova now to show us how fast-paced things could be, but it seems like they're very, very low. Flicker's already forced out. Nova trying to just run away.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if the Master Assassin helped out a bit on Brusco. I mean, there were 2 heroes in the mid lane, but look at this. Super Prince.
Yeah, he just needed one more hit. Fortunately, KLVJ was there. Brusco now here helping out too, but that's about it. He almost got that kill on Nova.
By the way, I just want to say, all of that was just a distraction. Even though AP Bren, they understood that, okay, ONIC always do this, the orange gambit. But the thing was, King Kong's like, okay, you have no friends here. You take the orange first. I don't care. Let me take your camera.
Yeah, so this entire Super Prince chasing after Nova. All part of the plan. It's not like they really lost out on resources anyway. But at least it hasn't significantly grown just yet. I think it would have been different if like the kill happened on Nova early on.
Yeah.
You know what? There's things in this business we call technical knockouts.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't get the kill, you still affected the map and you changed the way they rotate. So
yeah,
we'll have some time to digest exactly what went on in the first minute of the game here. We didn't get to talk about the we didn't get to talk about the lane-to-lane matchup just yet. How do you feel about KLVJ leaving for about 15 to 20 seconds?
I'd say that's still gonna be okay for the Freya because it is, at the end of the day, it still does do a lot of things in the lane, damage-wise, and also like he doesn't lose the lane against the Arlot. My bigger concern is the fact that, okay, now for ONIC Philippines, they get this tempo in the river. They get prio, basically, and King Kong is gonna hit level 4. What is AP Brent gonna do? They have to play with their timings. They have to wait for Guinevere level 4. But the thing is, it's gonna be very hard for them to actually walk into the river against ONIC.
Yeah, and I'm also thinking about the help you could provide to the Guinevere, because it's like majority of the setup is just on the Guinevere, because the Hilda is just there for mostly zoning.
Yeah.
The Freya is there for also partly damage, partly zoning.
Now we're putting all these pieces together. It's clear that in the first minute, ONIC was the proactive player.
Yes.
AP Bren, you talked about the Guinevere.
Yeah.
We've seen the best of the best currently in the fight for rank 1.
Yeah.
Team Falcons use Guinevere to lethal effect. What's the combo for AP Bren? Because look, let's say you catch a combo with the Requiem into, let's say, God allows a Valkyrie Descent, the Wombo combo.
Yeah.
Where do you go from there?
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe Freya jump.
Literally is the deal.
There you go.
Oh, that's a jump though, and there's gonna be damage from KLVJ picking up first blood onto Kirk, but there's a quick response from ONIC. At least they have to flicker out, and James Pass gets traded down, but Brusco, he's still alive. The Vengeance gets popped here by KLVJ, and he jumps back in just to take down Brusco as well. That's a 2-for-1 trade.
Oh. Violence! Prince ain't done. The Monster Mage wants kill. Oh, they'll have to back off. So that's a man advantage. AP Bren just took out more members of ONIC in that short amount of time, which is why ONIC can't trade.
Yeah, it's a good idea from AP Brent to just prioritize XP. We don't need River. We don't even need a setup for the Gwyn. James Bond says, let me do it myself.
Yeah, and he doesn't do it in the turtle pit. They decided to do it right before that, but it's still ONIC who actually get this objective.
Which is unfortunate. They committed too much in that sequence up top. And that's why we're saying, sure, ONIC didn't get the trade, but they eventually got the turtle.
Yeah, to be fair though, even if ONIC got the neutral objective, it was already hard for APBRN. Oh, that thought!
Spatial migration. SOD didn't land, but it's okay. Super Friends might have been a bit too deep there.
I like this aggression from APBRN. They don't have to fight every neutral objective on the map. They just have to force the trades, get the space and tempo and momentum for James Banks to the point where this Guinevere becomes a threat, and then because of that, you're gonna be giving a lot of space for the Moskov to come online.
It's not even James Banks hunting these targets. It's like they're just there.
He just walks into them.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good way to alleviate pressure in the gold lane.
Yes.
I think it's fair to say that both teams are just playing for their gold lane. They'll get there eventually. So far, Savero's at 5. They're at deadlock. What's the net worth on each? Oh my God, Savero's up by 300.
Yeah. I'd say for ONIC Philippines, they're also doing the same thing. Like, they don't mind if James Banks gets this tempo from APBRN, because if you look at the deaths that ONIC has accumulated in this game, it's all spread out on the heroes that are kind of okay to die.
They can afford to die.
Yeah, they can afford to die. They don't care. You know, as long as King Kong gets to play the game, Savero gets to farm, they're okay.
Whoa, that's a BMI plus the deadly magic. Shizu using the SOD, but that's not going to save him. James Banks finding King Kong here. He still can somehow find a way out, but the Bioelectric Whip! The stacks were there, and he actually finds a double kill!
Jimmy James!
I mean, if you get to 1v4 Team Liquid, 1v2 against ONIC, it's kind of easy, no?
Ooh, that's a final slash. There's the Raging Sandstorm as well. Nova might not make it out alive here. He actually does. I take it back. KLVJ jumping in with the Valkyrie Descent, but ONIC do not wish to fight.
The damage that ONIC has isn't as on-demand as we expected. If we're questioning the combo that APBRN has through the Violet Requiem, I think that question is twice or thrice as big, because look, what kind of combo do you get after you pop someone with Deadly Magics? Where do you go from there?
Yeah, the single concentrated energy is already so much for James Banks. Now they get to equalize the turtle objectives taken by both.
That's what they get for just forcing a lot of trades for APBRN. One thing that their lineup does specialize in is even if they don't get the combos, as long as there's no team fight, they can brawl. Any single target on the side of ONIC, they can chase down with the vision coming out from the hill, then of course with the jump from the Guinevere.
Oh, what that final slash, still actually catching Shizu. Nova and Aqua just trying to defend this turret down bottom.
All right, the Super Fam heard what you said, Midnight.
Yeah.
They know that APBRN are willing to brawl. How about we do the same, all right? ONIC have a brother team across the pond that also likes to brawl. They play in the freaking brawl server. So I'm pretty sure they've had plenty of time figuring out a team that likes to fight. They close the gap, but James Banks ain't done!
Once again, even if it's Brusco, he's not afraid to take him on. That's another pickoff for APBRN.
Honestly, at this point, there's no map play for both sides. They just go for anybody, play for the gold lane. But I'm gonna be honest though, Savero's getting the winning end of the stick.
Oh, the Purify was forced out too. That's at least just Nova, but they're somehow equalizing things.
Yeah, I mean, tempo-wise, APBRN is sort of like equalizing against ONIC, but if you look at the gold, yes, they're leading by 1,000 gold, but it doesn't matter, because if you look at the gold between Savero and Shizu, Savero is 1K ahead of the Moskov.
They're in weird places, I'll tell you that. And because of the weird fights, Aqua here!
Yeah, he is definitely going down there. It's ONIC this time who are able to find a pickoff. I think both of these teams are capable of doing that, but the knockup from the Lantern Flare, Nova getting chased down here, forced out to use the flicker, is still alive on this Hilda.
I'm not comfortable. I don't like this. There's too many fights happening in too many different places, and the trades happen like a minute later.
I mean, for sure, bro. APBRN, they're not comfortable too. Like at this point, there's so many fights, a rough season, and a rough first half of the game. Because honestly, for ONIC Philippines, even though they were the team that were getting forced earlier on, their goal lane is not happy at the moment.
Kirk fishes KLVJ out of that engagement, and they're pushing back. Look at this. ONIC!
It's Nova again, but there's a response. Valkyrie Descent coming in from KLVJ. Deadly Magic used onto Nova, but it's not going to result into a kill! And instead it's Super Friends who actually gets taken down. Savero might be next here. He gets caught by Aqua. And now so far it's been 2 heroes already taken out from ONIC. Are ONIC able to find a trade? I don't think so.
Amazing man-to-man defense, tracking by APBRN. James Banks relocating just to make sure that he catches Savero on the way out.
Yeah, the damage under the Blazing Duet as well. Nova put a lot of work onto making sure that he deletes the HP on Sabero, and after the BMI back, James Pants was there to secure the kill. Oh, Aqua falls down, however. But for AP Bren, again, this is tempo that they want. They now equalize the goal between Shizu and Sabero.
All right, between the three of us, we've seen games from all around the world. This doesn't feel like a MPL Philippines match.
No. 8 minutes, bro. 8 and 5.
And it's like there are always fights happening that are mostly just pick-offs.
Just fights for the sake of fights.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. The trade happens a minute later.
But I do want to say though, like, there is a specific reason for these fights. Like for AP Bren and ONIC, it's called forcing, because you want to force your enemies to react so that you make space for the gold laners. And that's why a lot of the times that we see a lot of engagements, it's either in the gold lane or far away from the gold lane.
Oh, it's always here in mid. And speaking of, we're seeing another one happen just now. Oh my goodness, TLPH gets caught by the final slash. There's the counter, Raging Sandstorm, but are AP Bren prepared to take on this fight? The damage doesn't seem to be enough just yet. There is no follow-up from Shizu as well.
Okay, disciplined move from both gold laners. I like this. If this happened like 3 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago, both of them would have pressed SOD and blazing duet into about nothing.
Yep. Now for ONIC Philippines, they're feeling that, okay, now we have the proper damage, we have the timing. These final slashes are very important from Kirk, and he's hitting a lot of good final slashes. I mean, he is the Kirk attack, you know, one of the most prominent artists in the league. But he is also going to be very important in the next fights because engages are everything for ONIC. If they don't land the engage, you're kind of forced in a situation where you wait for James Banks to go in.
That's what I'm looking for. Oh, they collapse!
Look at this 5-man rotation coming in from ONIC. They take down that tier 2 up top, and they do not force a fight.
Oh my goodness.
Well, they were looking for
almost.
a fight. AP Bren just did not engage.
Yeah, and also the dodge from James Banks, dude, with the violent requiem. So good from AP Bren. They know, they understood that, okay, we make space for the Moskov. He's pushing bot side. We don't have to engage right now. We just wait for the next Lord.
You know what? That's a slight win in my book for ONIC because the lane they attack is the long lane.
Yeah.
Yes. Unfortunately, there's a Moskov on the other side.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So at least that's a bit of good news for AP Bren. They are losing a little bit of their lead, down to about 1,500. ONIC seems to be goading them. ONIC is saying, oh, yo, how about let's dance?
Yeah. Sabero just locked in his Trinity as well. So it's just really about the team fights that we're about to see. I think ONIC are a bit more equipped this time.
Yep, speaking of equipped, I think King Kong can start to delete people. He has his Trinity on lock, his first big 3 items.
Yep.
As you can see, you know what? I think even Nova would start to melt up.
Sabero. Cool, this Freya. It's a big problem for ONIC Philippines because this is the guy that they cannot set. One final slash on the Freya, he can reset the fight with the Valkyrie's Descent. And James Banks is going to be able to find an opening against ONIC. Ideally for ONIC, this final slash has to be on the Guinevere.
So if they can fish the Guinevere out, or if they can take the Freya out of the fight before, or Aqua maybe, forces the Black Shoes.
Black Shoes already used right here. Is they, or are they gonna find that kill on Nova? Maybe not. The flicker already forced out though. It's actually AP Bren just bursting down this Lord. James Peck secures it for the team and immediately decide to disengage, but TLPH gets shut down.
You know what? It's uncharacteristic. Oh, they find one more in Nova!
Uncharacteristic.
Of ONIC, because usually, Midnight, you know this, ONIC, before big objectives, they force fights. Where was that?
Yeah, I mean, they tried doing that on mid, but unfortunately for them, it wasn't the right hero. They tried to go on the Lilia, forced out the Black Shoes, but didn't matter because the Guinevere was able to just kill the Lord. Good thing for ONIC is that after that fight, AP Bren had no firepower. The Moskov still wanted to farm, and they can just take away this Lord. But this opening, this space, is something that AP Bren also wants because they do have late game. They're just more scaling heroes on the side of ONIC, but I think in the grand scheme of things, this Moskov is a bigger problem than this Claude.
It's not just something AP Bren wanted, it's something AP Bren orchestrated.
Yes.
One might say they planned for that. Oh my God, another Black Shoes on Aqua.
Okay.
Oh, James Banks?
Now they know there is no deadly magic available, and then Nova decides to jump in, but ONIC, it seems like they just kited him out.
That's a free kill for ONIC. Doesn't repair the situation though.
Yep.
AP Bren still played that very well. I think they know ONIC's MO now, that ONIC will force a fight before the big Lord take, and instead they forced away the super fan, put him in mid so that James Fan can sneak it out.
Yep. And it almost looked like a good fight, honestly, for AP Bren if ONIC didn't peel back. And I like the way that they peeled back as well.
Because they still have a turret.
Yeah, they still have a turret. And also, they knew that the Guinevere can just jump. Especially with the SOD, they're going to be scared for ONIC. So peeling back is the right option. Even if, let's say, you can fight with a Final Stash, with a Blazing Do It, it's not safe. Because look at the amount of frontliners on AP Bren. Gwyn, Freya, Hilda, they can tank a lot of damage.
And one might say the Lilia counts too.
Yes.
So she can eat an ult and then still get that DOT out, get the magic damage. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
He's fine.
But that's the thing. I think all these frontliners are much more honest than ONIC's lineup overall.
Yeah.
Like, you expect where they're coming from. It seems as if that's why ONIC right now are being the more proactive ones. They're the ones capable of just finding these pickoffs against players like Aqua.
Yeah. Now, there is a Sky Piercer on the side of Super Friends. I kind of think that it's quite late for ONIC Philippines to build this sort of item. Would have want more Divine Glaives because there's a lot of rated armors inside of AP Bren.
Better late than never though.
Yeah, true.
Because as Bridget mentioned, they're starting to get a little more aggressive.
Yeah.
And more of these pickoffs will lead to more stacks. Nova here gets hit by the Battle Slash.
Yep, they choose Nova first, but Nova actually just down to half HP. But then you also forced out the Valkyrie Descent from KLVJ. It's not like ONIC were ready to commit just yet though.
Oh, King Kong. He's hunting. He's hunting.
Oh, okay. He hat tricks out of there. Holds the brush, but I think ONIC make the call. With 1,000 gold up, we should dance. And I agree. Something else to note, I think ONIC should really pick up the pace. Because
Yes.
a Hilda without brush is a Hilda that can move around the map is kind of useless.
Yeah, and remember there's a Moskov as well. So if you play it slow for ONIC, they can just take over the map here for AP Bren. Nova, no.
Oh, it's always Nova who's always dropped down to
kill!
half HP. KLVJ jumping in! Gets bursted down immediately, and there goes the Violent Requiem as well. They find the kill on Kurt even before he gets to set up anything.
Nova!
KLVJ falling down next, but ONIC are going for the chase. But Shizo's still finding the kill. He's making it happen, but the Blazing Duet has more than enough damage to deal with every member left. It's a triple kill for King Kong, and Severo fights Shizo.
Ini Benchada! AP Bren have lost their lead, lost 4 members, and are facing a disaster at the hands of ONIC, who just secured a Lord.
Oh, KLVJ got too overexcited, jumped in, tanked a deadly magic, and because of that, they lost a big damage shield on the side of AP Bren. And even though James Banks found the catch against the Ardent, it wasn't enough. And now ONIC, they get map control, they get map prio, and King Kong is so damn big.
Even at 15 minutes, the same narrative pace follows. Fights on fights, violence above all, and whoever can trade better gets a dub. I think AP Bren are lucky that ONIC are slowing this down, because if ONIC get their way, all of those inhibitors just go.
Yeah. And they're gonna do it right now, honestly, for ONIC Philippines. They're maxed out. Basically, their heroes can do whatever they want, especially with this squad already packing the 6 items. Especially with the Malefic Gun, this is gonna be very, very big for ONIC and AP Bren. Be hard to defend, honestly.
Yeah.
The situation looks chopped for the Bees.
Yeah, at least they will get to work on the Lord first. Still doesn't take away the back. Oh, look at the damage from King Kong on KLVJ. They lose, I guess, all their base turrets after this, and there's another knockup from the Lantern player. Nova receiving the damage from the Deadly Magic as well, but ONIC are just gonna work on the turrets for now. Not unless Aqua, oh, gets caught by the Final Slash. He's now bursted down by King Kong on a monster kill.
Oh no. ONIC took everything away. AP Bren are staring at a bare base. All the Hilda mains watching, my fiance included, hate this. When they can't get into bushes, you're trapped.
Yep. You're essentially just a sitting duck for AP Bren. Also fighting 4v5 right now. I mean, literally 3v5 because Aqua's dead. Oh!
Oh, that's a concealed Valkyrie Descent, but look at the final match and the Raging Sandstorm coming in from ONIC. There's the Winter Grab from Severo as well, and Nova going for the chase, but it's just Super Frizz that he finds. ONIC do not care. They have the minions alongside them. Can James Banks defend? There's still a wave up top, and it seems like it's a no. ONIC take game number 1.
You do not do that against one of the most mechanically gifted teams in the history of the league. ONIC obliged when AP Bren said, let's fight.
Hey, you know what? For ONIC Philippines, they specialize in fighting, but also they specialize on angles. With all the angles that they always find, Picking off AP Bren one by one was as easy as killing heroes with a Harley with a deadly magic. One final slash, you delete one hero, and then you fight again. You rinse and repeat up until the point where AP Bren doesn't have the man anymore.
One might say, ONIC's savagery looked educated. It looked like even when everything was, going to Kingdom Come and just fighting and fighting, I think at the end of the day, ONIC kept the big picture in mind.
Yeah. For the first few pickoffs, it seemed as if AP Bren really knew what they were doing. They were the more successful ones, I think, especially led by James Panks, but this picture changed when Kirk started to join the fights.
Yeah. Honestly, though, for AP Bren, they did a fantastic job of just looking for the Arlet, dodging the final slashes. But I'm going to point out something later on in the post-game stats that is very interesting for ONIC Philippines. But the way they executed fights, they knew that there were conditions on how to start these brawly fights. For AP Bren, they had to wait it out. They had to play it slow. Unfortunately, KLVJ jumped the gun too early and then they lost the Freya. And that's very big, especially with a comp that relies heavily on control and damage. If you lose one guy, that's it.
And who's responsible for guys just disappearing from the map? How about the Harley in the hands of our MVP in Game 1? King Kong!
Yeah. Now that I think of it, I barely got to see Aqua do much.
Yeah.
On the Lilia, when in fact the Hilda Lilia combo looked deadly enough on the early game.
Yeah. Kept throwing the cards, honestly, for King Kong every single time, even though sometimes targeting is kind of weird. But I agree, like the Lilia wasn't a big factor in this game because King Kong shut him down. It was clear, but it's clear, man, that, he just needs to pick off heroes one by one. And even if they had to play it slow, even if sometimes they had to accept the fact that, okay, AP Bren might win this fight, they had to. Like, take it one by one, take the Lilia ult, take the Freya kill or Vengeance Force. As long as they keep doing that for ONIC, they can just reset fights and then go again. That's how this brawly comp is meant to, fight for ONIC Philippines. While for AP Bren, you have to play it slow. You have to wait for these skills to be gone from ONIC before you engage, because you have a Moscow. You can just slow it down. Unfortunately, it came down to the moment where AP Bren jumped the gun too early, especially on KLBJ, and ONIC got tempo out of that.
You mentioned something important for those skills to be gone. It's like, truth be told, ONIC who did that. As soon as ONIC saw, okay, no Valkyrie's Descent, no Black Shoes, no Requiem, go.
Yeah. And the beauty of that is even ONIC realizes that for themselves, right? If they don't have the Khalid ult, if they don't have the Zushin ult, they peel back. And then they wait for the Harley to come back online with the Deadly Magic again, and then they reset. One thing that also is very important here for ONIC is the reset of the final slash. Every single time that they initiate a fight, it's always with Kirk having that little green bar on the side, because he knows, okay guys, I can pick off one guy. I don't need a massive final slash. I just need one guy. I just need to clean the dandruff away from the hair, swipe it off with the slash, and then just kill one guy on the side of AP Bren.
That's right. It's between these two teams that we have a majority of our clear legends.
Yes,
sir.
So it makes sense. Who played the cleaner game won.
It's clear. That was ONIC. And one thing that I want to point out, from the game earlier was that we saw Kirk now rocking this tank emblem Arlet. We're now back to the tank emblem Arlet because there is a compensation. You're going to see it in a bit, but this is one thing that I want to special mention for ONIC Philippines is the reset factor. You have an Arlet with a War Axe, by the way. With a War Axe. I'm not kidding. This is not a graphical error. He does play War Axe, Arlet, and I've seen that a lot in RG.
My God.
It is sort of a sustained version of the Arlet. I mean, Arlet was already sustaining in the previous patch with the Fury Hammer, Oracle. Now you get more damage, you get more cooldown reduction, and then you basically play for the final slash timing. And the crazy part about this Arlet War Axe is the longer the fight gets, the more terrifying he is.
So that's why, even if it's just Aqua or Shizo, well, that's apart from the fact that you said it doesn't matter if you get a big final slash or not, as long as it lands on these heroes, because at the same time, you get to feel like a bit more damage come through from the Arlot.
Yep, there's a little bit less pressure on King Kong and Savero to finish the job, because as long as Kirk is alive, they share that responsibility. Look at these peak beats per minute, the heart rates on our athletes.
Yeah.
How is the Monster Mage like always just, like this.
As a Zushin, by the way.
There was that one time he died to the Lord skill though.
Oh yeah, that knockup.
Is that what?
I'm guessing
spiked
that
him?
was the moment. He was trying to touch that.
Yeah, it was like,
little-
I thought I was fighting against AP Brand. Oh.
What is this? But they did get it anyways.
Yeah.
So, this does give us some time to let AP Brent breathe. They definitely put up a good fight, and I'm sure there's something left in the tank because this is one of their must-wins.
Yes.
This is one of the times when they have to win to qualify for the playoffs. But first, level up in gaming and in life. The Infinix Note 60 Pro is here. It's a Snapdragon-powered beast with a flagship feel that's shattering every benchmark in its price segment.
And it's more than just its specs. This is the ultimate outdoor cinema device with its 6.78-inch, 144Hz AMOLED display. Plus, you get to have fun with the 8 active matrix display. How's that for a mobile device?
Stronger performance, more premium feel, and definitely more fun. This is the Note 60 Pro. You do note.
You do note. Fight against a team fighty lineup.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
talk about AP Brent's options in just a bit. But for now, dominate the land of Dawn. You need a connection that never lets you down. From scouting rotations and tracking the pros, stay online and in the zone.
Power up with Smart Power All 99. Get 10 gigabytes of data for MLBB and your favorite apps, plus unlimited FB, calls, and text. Share every GG moment with Smart, the simply reliable partner of the MPL.
Should AP Brent slow down?
I think, honestly, they have to go fast.
They gotta go fast, just like you guys, because playoff tickets are flying off the shelves. The battle for Season 17 supremacy is moving to the big stage. MPL Philippines playoffs is just around the corner, and you do not want to miss the action live.
Yep, we have 5 days. 5 days of intense MPL action waiting for you guys from May 27th to the 31st. And if you're a true fan, you've got to eye those VIP tickets because you get the best view in the huge arena, exclusive player signings with the winning teams, and in-game rewards. It's the total package for the super fans out there.
Ooh, that's definitely exciting. Remember, tickets are limited, so don't miss out. Head on over to ph-mpl.com/tickets for more information. See you there.
It's so limited. I feel like there are a couple sold out tickets already.
We've already announced, actually.
I think the grand finals is
it's done.
Already in lock.
Yes, sir.
No more.
No more.
No more.
So make like AP Brent and get whatever remaining tickets is there, all right?
Yeah.
Visit the website and let us know. I think this next week is going to tell the story of if you can still watch live.
Yeah.
It's happening in the San Juan Arena, by the way. For now, let's throw on over to a little interview talking about our friends at UMG.
2 weeks remaining of the regular season, and ONIC Philippines really started out strong by taking Game 1 against AP Brent. But you know what? Let's take a break of the action because we're so excited to announce na meron ng bagong anthem. Ang MPL Philippines titled Palag na to, performed and written by UMG artist Janine Berdin. This was announced during the contract signing of Universal Music Group and MPL Philippines held noong May 4. Sabi ni Janine Bardin, she was super excited to share this song to the community, and I quote, "I really made sure it would be a perfect song to play when you're playing a match." Tinawag din ng Head of Business Development and Partnership na si Lee Vilorian na foundational ang partnership na ito kasama ang UMG dahil aniya, higit pa sa isang esports league ang MPL Philippines. Sabi naman ng Managing Director ng UMG Philippines na si Enzo Valdez, special ang collaboration na to dahil matutulungan itong mas lumawak pa ang OPM at Pinoy Esports. And to add, the head of marketing ng Moon2 na si Jane De La Cruz said it was the perfect opportunity to elevate how the community experienced the league. So we're so excited to hear that theme song, and its official release will be on May 17. So lahat tayo mapapakanta ng palag na to. But meanwhile, let's go back to the action and head on to Game 2 as we throw this back to our casters.
I'm excited to hear that new theme, but we'll have to wait. And again, any beautiful piece of art is worth the wait. We're about to jump into the game here a minute before the draft begins, and let's see where ONIC ends up. They choose to go blue. Season 17 seems to be the season of blue, and we're going to Broken Walls.
Broken Walls this time. I think it's a...
You like?
Yes.
Why?
We don't like Broken Walls?
I'm just asking. Sorry for the aggression.
I just feel like if it's all about those orange gambits and early fast rotation.
Easier ins, easier outs.
Easier ins, easier outs. Then ONIC might want to pick up the pace through Broken Walls.
I like that you mentioned that because it's as neutral as it can get. You know, it can do a lot of crazy stuff in this kind of map, in this kind of setting, because there's not a lot of like factors that will kind of, you know, destroy your game plan.
Yeah, like pick-wise, there are very few heroes that actually get affected by broken walls.
Yeah.
That's why I think ONIC is smart to choose broken walls, because this allows for strats to shine.
Yes.
It's more of rotations that get the change, not hero picks. No, not as much. So with that said, jumping in, they're going blue once again. I think I don't have to double down. AP Bren, play fast.
Yeah.
Because ONIC will do the same.
Big question though, for AP Bren is, what do you do with King Kong's hero pool? Because what if they snatch up that Leo mode first pick? What if they get the Guinevere first pick and then they just go Suyo, Harley, Leo ban? What's next?
I don't think that's possible. Suyo, Harley, Suyo, Harley, Leo ban.
We've seen that once.
Yeah, but that means so many other things are open. So the jungle is the least of your concerns.
Yeah, but that's also beneficial for ONIC. They can play a lot of strats against AP Bren.
That's what I'm saying. So I think AP Bren should consider that that's gonna happen. They should assume that James Banks is coming in with less than a full clip.
Yep.
Okay?
There
So
you go.
confirmed.
What's
we
your
see the
command?
Suyo ban, the Fanny ban. What was it earlier? The
Marcel.
Marcel ban,
Marcel.
the Kalea ban.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be surprised if ONIC just goes for Leo ban, honestly. And then they threaten first pick Guinevere. Because what's left for AP Bren? Like, what do you do if you see Guinevere first pick? Do you answer with a Phobius? Do you answer with a
and royalty in a
Arlo?
dead
There you go,
body.
Leo. I think ONIC understands the assignment very clearly here.
Wait.
Just clear man.
So what are they gonna do? Ban Suyo, ban Leo, ban Baxia?
Haka James.
Haka James.
Haka James, yeah.
Wait, no. Because something's gonna give. You can't ban all Suyo, Leo, Harley, Baxia. Like,
They don't have to. Because they can limit the answer coming out from AP Bren. Imagine a scenario where they ban Guinevere, they let go of Harley, they go Baxia on King Kong.
good luck.
Welcome to the greatest match.
Oh,
Take away one of their choices.
No, Brett, no.
It's been all jungle bans.
Okay, Coach G's face seems like he has conviction. This is not a mistake. They have a plan.
What?
I think the game plan is, boys, it's AP Bren, they're on red side. They have last pick. This is the James Banks slot.
Is this them going freestyle?
Yes.
I don't think Brigida agrees.
No, because I'm trying to recall. The last pick jungler, like surprise jungler picks this season have been Olus, which has been unsuccessful. The Lancelot has been successful.
Hey, Lancelot is half and half.
Half and half. Yeah.
To be fair, though,
Hayabusa though.
if you look at no, it's a big no. If you look at last season, AP Bren had the most number of jungle last pick. They even brought out Suyo back in the meta.
Sure.
They brought out Joy. They brought out Lucas.
Yeah.
Cool.
I know you're a fan.
I am.
And maybe we
You
see...
converted me.
Yes, sir. Maybe we see a couple more.
hate it.
Maybe we see Hanzo.
Don't say that.
Maybe we see Hanzo.
Don't say that. Even among scrims, I know Hanzo ain't it anymore.
I-
So box is open.
Yeah, why?
Do it.
Can be
Rocks!
Flux. Can be Flux as well.
Rocks. They don't need protection. We know that.
Yes, sir. There you
Rocks.
go. There you go. Oh man, I don't know how this draft went for them, but it looks like we also have a good read on what these two teams want to do.
Look at the smile on King Kong's face. Like,
Yeah.
I can't believe we got away with that.
Yes, sir.
So happy.
Dude, look at James. I think the problem with James right now is that we're cooked.
Coach, whatever you like.
Yeah, I mean, I trust you. We do have that last pick slot for James Banks, but don't seem like it doesn't matter.
So they're gonna go at best
Lucas.
Guinevere 3, Red 3. Like that's
No. If you go Gwyn, it has to be with a Phobius.
With the
Phobius is open.
yeah, what are the power picks you secure?
Different perspectives exposed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Has to be. Okay. Yeah. If they go Phobius, yeah. Now they go Phobius. Kalea is open for Brusco. And Glue. Well, to be fair, there's also the Alice for Kirk.
I like the Alice. Do it now.
Alice Claude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alice Claude.
Alice Val.
Because then you would be discouraged to use even the Eve.
Yeah.
There's no threat of Sora anymore, though.
For ONIC, it's quite awkward because you have to focus on the side of the event.
I guess. Oh, they're taking their time here.
Yeah, they don't want the clock.
Best pick here would be Valen Eve or Valen/Eve or Kalea. Oi, 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 oi.
We have gone past meme status.
Yes, sir.
Gord is no longer just the, Gord Harley. Gord.
Yeah, there's no Gord Harley.
Gord Harris. Like, it's not about the shred anymore. He's just a good hero these days.
I understand the reasoning behind the Kalea pick. Even though it's up against Phobius, you're basically attacking that Marcel. But this Gord has now played twice on Super Friends against Marcel. Last time they did this was against TNC.
It's our showtime.
And they get the Claude for themselves.
Yeah. It's a good choice though for AP Bren. I mean, they
Yeah.
got away with a free Claude pick.
Yep. This has got to be a Purify Claude.
Yes, for sure.
So, well, there is little to no threat of dive apart from the Claude as of now. But you still don't know, like the jungle's still open.
Yeah, ONIC might just get away with the Guinevere and Zed inban on their side. If they don't see that route, then AP Bren will have a good draft, honestly. Like, if they are able to insert Guinevere, Zetiana on the second phase, then they're good to go. They're going to be A-okay. That's a big if, though.
We're going to see AP Bren make their move first.
Oh.
Is that Kel VJ dancing?
Yes, KelVJ _ official.
Follow him on socials.
I like this. I like the second phase.
Wow.
There's a big hope.
Caravan.
There's a big hope for AP Bren on the second phase, honestly.
Crowned by heaven's
Yeah.
my
Okay.
legacy shall
Guinevere's
endure.
next, probably. I'm assuming it's a Guinevere. They have a Kalea. You know, a lot of the other heroes you don't care about aside from the Gwyn, because this guy's a CC immune and he can also set on the Kalea. So, yeah, it's an execution battle, but at the end of the day, you just want to have a free Kalea game for Busco.
Okay. AP Bren. What would we not want for ONIC though?
Take away the Alice. Like, I know there's a lot of magic on their side. Maybe Alice or Terizla, like those two. Because Terizla is sort of like a good placeholder against Phobius.
So their damage is just really Super Prince and Severo.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you see the box, yeah. He's gonna go jungle. So
Yeah.
you're looking at XP and gold. These are the primary damage dealers. You limit one of them. There you go.
Ah.
It was either the Alice or the Terizla. I just like the Terizla because physical damage. If they go Alice here for the side of ONIC Philippines, then you can just take up Radiant Armor for AP Brent and you're good to go.
Yeah.
For ONIC, they don't remove the Guinevere.
But they're allowing AP Brent to pick the Guinevere. Make my day.
Yeah, should be an easy Guinevere game, honestly.
An easy pick to play Guinevere,
Yeah.
but not an easy game.
Because the backshot will be there.
To be fair though, I think AP Brent's forced to pick the Valentina here. Because even if let's say they don't go Valen, and then ONIC Philippines, the problem is there's a Phobius on the other side. So they might not be thinking about the Sora, but I think it's a good Sora game. Even though it's up against Phobius and Marcel, I just think the control factor is much more important for ONIC. Because if you get a damage dealer for Severo, let's say Clint, then you have so much value in these crowd controls.
Hey, Clint.
They played a Clint to much unexpected success. I honestly don't like Clint lineups, but mid gets a Kimmy with no solid frontliner just yet, so AP Bren will hold down that red 5 pick. I think it's safe to say that's going to be a Hylos or a Gatot. Oh no, there's already a Marcel, so...
You need a jungle. You need a jungle pick.
I think they're eyeing at the Fredrin.
Oh
Should be the Fredrin.
no!
Because the double marksman.
Yeah, I know. I don't think that's ideal.
Yeah, it's not safe.
You don't do that to James, man.
In a crucial game.
Yeah. Go Clint, honestly, ONIC. Go Clint.
That's so weird. That's why I was like, wait, can you really still afford a frontliner?
Yeah. Clint, Alice, Clint Lapo, maybe. Don't Moskov. Go Clint, go physical. I mean, Moskov's physical, but there's a Phobius. There you go. Easy Clint game.
Good read. Clayton has already played Clint, so...
Go Lucas! James!
Lucas?
Go Lucas! If not Lucas, go Lance.
So they just let go the concept of a full front line.
Yeah.
Just play with damage.
Yeah, you need someone that can maneuver himself around fights. The Guinevere cannot be because the Scalea... Yeah, maneuverability.
Aulos.
No! No. Oh, Brie, I like you as a person.
Okay. No, I would also not want them to go the Aulos route.
The Aulos has zero synergy.
But you said maneuvers. He's just...
He can run around where he wants to.
That's true. He can dance around. He can dance. Go Lance, Lucas.
Whoa!
Not this!
Speaking about dancing.
You said dancing. You said the Joy earlier. We said broken walls.
Is this James Pank's second attempt at playing a Joy?
Yeah.
With no success in the first time around.
So, last pick Joy makes sense if enemy has no crowd control. But there's a Kalea on blue side.
That's a no, that's a death sentence for a lot of assassins. Hayabusa fears Kalea. Lancelot fears Kalea. Even Suyo fears Kalea.
I fear Kalea.
I bet you do. Ladies and gentlemen, ONIC has the numbers advantage when it comes down to the draft. And even with the abundance of purifies, I think APBR have to be very careful with the way they approach ONIC's lineup. Because here's the thing, Joy doesn't have purify.
Yeah.
She's only immune to slows.
I mean, he does have pseudo purify, but you have to like hit perfect notes.
Yeah.
James Pax might just do his very best to skip everyone like the Kalea.
It has to go very well.
It has to go very well for him.
Well, all that being said, this scout position from APBR is a freaking prayer. Hope that, for whatever reason it is, God forbid, we get to late game.
Some might say it's magical Christmas land to expect to get away with what they want. Nova here with a quick trip. The King Kong's purple side. I guess with that, they deny the orange gambit. They force ONIC to play safe and respect APBR's river.
Oh, yeah. I feel like the Marcel actually will help them a lot.
That's true.
In preventing that.
This is how you play Marcel.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
I think, Nova is like in top 3 in Season 17 to have figured out Marcel. He was one of the first few.
Yeah. I'm still a bit concerned here for APBR, honestly. Like, even if they're getting good laning stage on their side, first problem that they're gonna face is this turtle objective for for ONIC. They have a lot of ways to brute force this lineup.
They don't have a hold.
Yep.
Oh no, Nova gets caught out by King Kong. One more rollout, and Nova flickers.
Yeah, that's how you play a Marcel, but you almost saw how to punish a Marcel.
Yeah. No, let's go.
Whoa, there's the jetpack.
Yeah, ONIC are back in the game.
So that's a technical knockout.
Oh,
I think King Kong wins that.
Whoa.
Not unless James Pax actually finds the first blood kill here. He might just not. Close call for him as ONIC was clicked to rotate up top.
That stun from Prince was crazy. Like, he knew the Joy was gonna end up in front of the box shot, but still they forced out the Tortoise Poissons for APBR.
Roll out!
Wait, oh!
Oh, good thing the Dark Wave was there, but now it's King Kong who gets caught in the traction pulse and becomes first blood for APBR.
And just like that, ONIC have no retribution kill!
Okay, LVJ with the Dark Wave. The bravest fighter already used here, but he's still alive with the Infernal Pursuits. Landshaker finally lands, but it's KLVJ isolated here up top. Will not be able to take out Prince as James Pax gets the turtle.
Say what you will, but this looks like a better first turtle trade sequence for APBR than game 1.
Yeah, prayers answered for APBR. They won turtle, they forced Baxia away from the turtle pit, forced to use the ulti, and because of that, ONIC knew that, okay, maybe getting this turtle is kind of iffy, so instead of going turtle, they went on the Phobius and they tried to force him out of the lane, but KLVJ held on. And fortunately for him, his teammates weren't there. APBR knew exactly what ONIC was gonna do, and instead of clearing mid, Aqua and Nova stayed behind to punish the Baxia.
Oh,
very fast responses coming in. Oh, they canceled the gush.
Yeah, I'm surprised Shizu was there too, but he had the Purify anyway. So Brusco didn't really go for the set just yet.
Whoa!
James Pax might just get caught here though. King Kong crashes onto him, but now he's all alone in the middle of 3 members. But APBR, seeing how ONIC are just so quick to respond, do not force the fight.
Close call. Why would my King do that?
I mean, it's a good try, you know? It's a good try. But ONIC, they want to push ahead. They want to utilize this Clint.
Whoa! Whoa! Was that the Marcel, the Tsunami Slam, and the quick draws, having enough damage to burst down Nova? She's a response with the Blazing Do It, but that's all he can do.
Perfect layering from Sabero. Oh! Okay, now that's a good force from Aqua. ONIC, again, they know that they need to utilize the early game advantage that they have, especially with the Boxia, the damage reduction coming out from the Tortoise Puissance, and also the damage from the Clint. Good layering, by the way, just to make sure that Nova wasn't able to flicker out. Unfortunately, now AP Bren is playing the force game. They're forcing trades. They're forcing ONIC to sort of like commit to these weird fights. And because of that, Sabero has no flicker now.
Wow, there's a 1v1 happening up top between our two XP laners, TLPH versus Kirk with the Dark Wave getting in. There's a bit of help from Super Prince. No! That's the sound effect of the Mystic Gush!
Right in the face. AP Bren has no XP laner for this second turtle take. They are first of the scene though, but because of broken walls, ONIC are able to dance.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, surprised he actually went for that fight. Tsunami Slap, Traction Pulse, everything thrown onto James Pax here. Does not get to survive, and now Brusco nearly falling next. Aqua picks up the kill. Now it's Kirk trying to go for the trade, but Nova with a sidestep, still unsuccessful to escape Kirk. He still had that flicker.
I don't know about that dance though from James Pax. He tried going in, but again, as we said before, there's like a Leia on blue side. They're not done.
Yep, there are no ultimates available for ONIC just yet though. Oh, so they're just forcing everything down bottom, so King Kong gets that orange or that purple buff.
You know what? Forget an orange gambit. How about Grand Theft Purple as King Kong takes it away? Oh, he might have to pay though.
Okay, Kirk and Brusco will be here. Just so tanky, King Kong. They don't have enough damage.
The beast lives.
This is the reason why, though, ONIC is called the Super Family. 5 players diving there for the last 50 seconds of the game. And guess what? Sabero still farming on this Clint, dishing out so much damage. Super Prince with the incredible angles as well. And King Kong just playing the farm game. Even though he is the guy that is pressuring AP Bren to this side of the map, he knows that, okay, guys, there's no minion wave. Let me just take purple buff, and then we go again.
The Sheriff never left his post. Up top, though.
Oh, Kirk, can he get away from this? Using the bravest fighter. Land Shaker doesn't land on Shizo.
Middle lane, though.
But he can handle himself.
Yeah. I mean, the Lapo is able to sustain this lane by himself, as you've said, and then now the Sheriff is taking a lot of farm in the mid.
That's right. Bottom lane was safe enough, so we took that mid lane already. That's the first time, I think, or second time that Clayton actually rotated out, because I think ONIC said, you know what, coast is clear. We put the fear of God in AP Bren. They won't attack you down there no more. So this leads to a 3,000 gold lead.
No more Clayton. Call me Clinton, Sheriff. Too many farms on the map. Let me take them all.
Almost all tier 1s have fallen. Now it's Kirk as the target for AP Bren. But KLVJ gets caught under the turret. Brought back yet again. Just to get outplayed by Kirk. Golden Hour used on the other side. But that's all it took.
The KK duo. It's a different one, but they do it. Kirk and King Kong have juked AP Bren.
And they find the Tsunami Slam on James Pax.
What a layering between Sabero and Brusco with the Sky Beezer as well. Lo and behold, the new Granger of 2026. It's Clint.
Oh my God, who'd have thunk that a mermaid and a cowboy would make one deadly duo? This will lead to ONIC taking the last turtle.
I'm tired of playing Granger, Chip. Let me play some Clint.
Oh my goodness. Because yeah, range-wise, damage-wise, the Clint is able to do something that's very similar to the Granger, who's been meta for so long.
Yeah,
and it's burst.
Yeah, technically it's the same kit. It's the same hero with an additional layer of, okay, you hold him down, let me hold him down for one more second.
It's less range, more burst, and some semblance of crowd control. And look, he's building quite similarly. Has a Sky Piercer.
Yep, new Granger, 2026 by ONIC Philippines. And this is allowed because ONIC, this is something that we've discussed with Wolf's podcast. Now they actually play to activate Clayton.
Uh-oh.
Okay, can they activate him again here though? They try to take on KLVJ first. There's a knockup from the Dark Wave. Sabero just able to land those free hits. Tsunami Slam used. It's actually dodged though. Whoa! But look at the damage in again from these members who are lined up from AP Bren. A triple kill happens and takes place for Sabero.
That is a work of art. An immaculate reverse collapse
Yep.
by ONIC.
Kirk with the line shaker as well. Controlling 2 heroes inside of APBR.
Oh, King Kong!
No damage found on the side of APBR.
I mean, there was a threat of damage, but ONIC just played that so well. They were literally just rope-a-doping, wing-chunning APBR back. It's like, oh, come on, keep going, keep going.
Yeah.
Ip Man, baby.
And now it's just 9 minutes, and them already taking out the holy shields in mid.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, the knockup from Nova. Or on to Nova. But he's still alive though.
It's bumping.
Okay.
It's bumping. It's just a big threat from ONIC. Look at this. King Kong's gonna drive by. It's a big threat. Oh! Okay, they're not committing. Yeah, it's just a bait. They're waiting for Lord. They're just making sure that there's a lot of bad boys in front of the base of APBR.
How does APBR even kill anybody from ONIC now?
Yeah.
They tried. That last fight mid, they tried to get the Severo. No dice. I don't even know how you find Super Prince.
No.
You don't?
He has move speed on move speed stacks.
Yeah. But it's not even a question. Like, the proper question that APBR needs to address themselves is, guys, there's a sheriff behind. How do we kill this guy? This guy's racking up Sky Pierce's stacks. He's now at 4.
Either of the two, Super Prince or Severo, seem like impossible targets for APBR at this point.
At this point, if you're APBR and you call up NASA, say, Houston, we have a problem.
It's a huge problem. Okay. Thankfully, James Panks can still find an angle.
Yes.
He was close to it. He was honestly so close to it.
Yeah.
So, step by step, I think APBR get some farm on Shizo, threaten that front line. Again, there's another option for you. Claude, cut back into the back line, find Prince and Severo. It's just, mobility is limited. He has a Purify, not a Flicker, and he needs that Purify.
But even if, let's assume, APBR magically solves that problem, they close the gap. There's a Kalea waiting in front of APBR with open arms. You want to kill my sheriff? Okay, let me hug you.
Yeah. It's either they be the ones start aggressive because they can, or they wait for APBR because they also just can fight back.
Yeah, look at Brusco. He's just standing there menacingly.
Oh my lord, another gush!
Okay, Super Prince. Now without the Mystic Gush, can APBR actually take advantage of this?
Oh my goodness.
Because even just that seems like it's not enough of a go signal for APBR.
Oh no. Watch that gush come off of cooldown in about 10 seconds from now!
Kurt Bravest Spider out, and it's TLPH trying to set things up, but it's unfortunate that he's just too squishy for ONIC this time around. James Pax looking for an angle, cannot find it anymore. It's a triple for Severo yet again. The stun from Nova, but it does not stop ONIC from sweeping the series.
APBR have to reconsider how they can qualify for the playoffs now, because they just lost this one chance. Step 1 in their long trip to the San Juan Arena.
Good game from the Super family. Took a lot in game number 1. Walked it off in game number 2 on the back of a new Granger. Clayton says, man, oh man, I come to PH, I bring forth some new heroes.
It is just very unfortunate that this freestyle idea doesn't seem to be working for APBR just yet. And they've put themselves in a very difficult spot, but GG, well played still to the Hive.
I don't know what the math looks like, what they have to do to be able to qualify, because step 1 is down the drain.
Yeah.
I think to begin with, APBR shouldn't have freestyled. If you're down on points like this and you have just one narrow way to the playoffs, there has to be a solid plan.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, as you've said earlier, it seems to be like they were looking for a Christmas miracle with this joy. Unfortunately, the miracles were not happening, as, you know, what met them was the open arms of the Bruiser on this Kalea. Even if you say you have the range, you have you have the joy, you don't have the damage, and you don't even have the choice to go on to Clint.
Midnight, they were looking for magical Christmas land, and it's May. It's the middle of summer in Manila. It's hot out. It was not gonna happen.
May, June, July, August, September, October, November.
They were 7 months early.
Yeah, too early, I'd say.
Yeah.
Ain't no freebies here. Not in MPL Philippines. We're going on the stage to hear from ONIC PH after their victory.
What a way to start a week! It's a 2-0 sweep and playoff secured for ONIC Philippines! Congratulations, Sonics! Now, King Kong. Bilang in-announce na kanina na
Since it was announced that you are now officially playoff secured,
ngayon nanalo kayo.
and you just won against AP Brent, how comfortable are you right now in terms of your placement?
Not that comfortable. Kasi
Not that comfortable.
tinitake lang namin to as room for
We take
yung
this
mga remaining
as
matches namin,
we
room
take our
for
remaining
improvements.
matches as room for
Tapos, panglinis
improvement
pa lalo ng mga execution
and
namin kada laro.
a way to clean
Alam mo, King
our
Kong, nabanggit mo na
execution
rin
or
na
improve our
meron pa
execution.
kayong mga remaining
King Kong, you also
matches,
mentioned you
and
still have
I think
remaining
this is
matches,
your
and I think this is your 7th win in a row.
And ano ba yung mga kailangan
What are the
gawin
things that
para
you have to
ma-keep
do
yung
to
momentum
keep
sa
the
mga
momentum from your recent wins?
All we need is discipline.
All we need is discipline.
Wow. Discipline. It's that simple para sa kanila. And hindi na namin tatanungin kasi baka meron kayong
It's
mga
that simple for them, and we're not gonna dive deep into it because there might be some secrets. But speaking of secrets, we have here Savero. Your next game will be Aurora.
It's an international.
It's the international rivalry. Do you have any secrets
on being key to defeat them again so they won't get revenge
on
on you.
being key so you could defeat them and they couldn't get revenge?
Usual and discipline.
Just play
Playing as
like the usual and
Now
stay
you're
disciplined.
going to lane up against Dominkite. Do you have any message for him right now?
Good luck.
Good luck. Simple as it is. Good luck.
Yes, that's right. Pero alam mo, may tinuturo dito si King
But you
Kong
know
sa
what?
sabi niya.
King Kong's been
Rusco,
pointing at
meron
someone.
ka bang,
Rusco,
sikreto sa
do you
pagpasok?
have
Kasi
anything
sabi
to
ni King Kong,
share?
Extra energetic ka daw.
Because
coming here
King
today.
Kong said you were very energetic
Bakit
today.
sobrang energetic ka daw ngayong araw?
Why are you so energetic today?
Siguro
Maybe
wala lang, parang in-enjoy lang namin yung game.
it's because we're just enjoying the games and
Yung energy ko tumas lalo.
my energy suddenly spiked because
Armor sa Joy.
I saw King Kong using blade armor against Joy.
Blade armor ka sa Joy.
Why are you using blade armor against Joy? Oh, because I'm too tanky. I want to be a bit more squishy.
Yun na.
Siya na yung nag-add ng challenge sa sarili niya.
Okay, he added a challenge for himself.
Nag-enjoy ba kayo sa 2-0 na yon?
Sonics, did you enjoy that 2-0?
Sino sa tingin niyo ang match MVP?
Who do you think is the match MVP?
And our match MVP is King Kong! King Kong, as always, do you have any message to your super energetic fans right here at the MPL Arena?
Super grateful kami sa
We're
energy.
super grateful for your energy
love you all,
and we
guys.
love you all, guys.
May
Dito
kasama,
na ako!
I'm here!
may kasama pang sayaw. And with that, congratulations once again to ONIC Philippines! You may now take your walk-up victory. You know what, Thea? They started Game 1 with a comeback and that dominating win in Game 2.
And with that comeback, they didn't look back after that, and it ended up with a 2-0 sweep, and we'll find out how that exactly happened as we throw this back to our casters.
Once again, congratulations to ONIC Philippines, and I do agree. And it's not just Brusco. I think all of them feel kind of spirited going into this match opening up week 7.
Yeah, imagine waking up to, being playoffs qualified.
Yeah. Good news. Good news. Yeah. And the good news is we have the MVP of the game here. A lot of them were actually MVP candidates. But
Yeah.
man, oh man, that XP battle though between KelBJ and Kirk was something amazing to watch. A lot of battle delays, just forcing the other guy's skills. And then
The other guys, plural.
Plural, yes. And then come mid-game, oh man, the land shakers, the controls that King Kong, Prince, and Kirk was able to land to enable this glint in the match. There's just magic, when you're watching ONIC. It feels like they're playing for each other.
I don't think this was the clip. There might be one, maybe 2 or 3 minutes from this one.
Yes.
When it was Kirk and King Kong going against 4.
Yeah.
And nothing happened. Like AP Brand wasted a good amount of time and effort.
Yep.
Just, okay, we can't touch him.
Yeah, because they know that, okay, AP Brent, you guys need items, you guys need farm. Let's just fight, you know?
Let's just prove that.
Let's just prove that. Okay, you don't have items. Okay, let me go on you. Let me use Flicker. I don't care. Nobody's punishing me. And then King Kong was like, okay, guys, chill a bit. Maybe we farm. Let me steal some purple away from this Joy. And in this clip right here, King Kong and Kirk, the KK duo, gave so much space on the map. Because, again, King Kong bought plate armor. He was like, guys, this is how much lacking your composition in terms of damage is. I can buy blade armor and you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, it's so funny because like their definition of chill is just King Kong constantly stealing away stuff across the map while ONIC just don't really full commit on the other fights that are happening. So everything's just happening all at once with AP Bren not knowing that there's already this massive lead already in the hands of ONIC. So it was almost impossible for them to just crawl back from that.
And those are the most dangerous kinds of leads. The ones you never see coming from out of nowhere until it's too late.
Yeah, and as the saying goes, chivalry's dead, but it's not for ONIC because it's there. You know, Clint able to amass so many kills in this game. I believe he had 7 stacks when the game ended. If I'm not mistaken, 7 stacks on the Sky Piercer. There was a point in the game where he basically just used the passive onto Shizu, took away like half of the HP of the Claude. If he had one more bullet on the passive, would have killed Shizu with 2 hits. That's how strong the Clint was in the late game. And AP Brand again, the question was, even if you close the gap, what can you do against the Kalea? Like the Joy comes in, the Claude comes in. Guess what the Kalea is gonna do? He jumps you. Where's the damage? Where's the threat for Clayton?
On paper, it's kind of chopped. Again, you have to. They got cooked, yes. But at the end of the day, you know, chivalry, I believe, is not dead because
it isn't.
As a knightly gentleman, it is your duty to show your opponent your best.
Yes.
And I think ONIC really punished AP Brent for what they wanted to get away with. They ended it in 11 minutes.
Yeah, him and Super Prince did not die at all. In this entire game, I'm starting to wonder how the Gord conversation happened because it felt like Nova also wasn't able to play interestingly because of the Gord.
You know what? To be fair, Super Prince did assert himself. Look, he's at an all-time peak again.
Yeah.
On average, he's the highest, you know, when it comes to heart rate for the rest of the team.
Yeah, I'd expect this from the likes of the Farsa, you know, the Salinas, but not on Gord Zushin.
It makes sense though. The Gord is like, wait, hold.
Yeah.
Maybe in moments where's Brusco? He's helping Severo. Oh, okay.
I gotta take care of myself.
Yeah, let me self-preserve, you know?
Yep. Which is why, again, Gord is such an impressive hero to see in the metagame because you don't see this very often. He has 0 mobility.
Yeah.
I mean, it's built into his kit. He gets movement speed upon stacks of his passive, but that aside, you have to plan for where you end up when you fight.
Yeah, and even in that last moment, he was the one who threw out his ultimate first. So he was like right in front of AP Bren.
He used it as a deterrent. So we're here now via the Infinix mic check as to how they call their shots in this match.
Patras lang pre ah. Kalmado. Chill. Wala ka ulti. Ready. Okay, ready. Nagulong ka. Kaya ba? Diyan sa loob. Kaya. Patay. Akimi. Wala. No flicker to. Patay. Ready blue go. Bruce. Nice good. Attacking. Nagkatag ka ba? Pick pa lang mitts. Pick pa lang mitts. Talunan pa lang harap. Flicker pod. Kay Prince pre. Okay, boy ako dito. Naka-Joy pre. Joy, no-ulti Joy. Tingin, Joy. Stand ka dalawa. Yung pod, may iwan doon. Yung pod. Sky Piercer. Bot. Walang shield yung bot. Wala niya lumapit ah. Diabot ni Clay Prince. Ano yan? Bot. Uy, Paldo si Kirk. Paldo, Liat, ayos gold. Mitch, huwag ka na mag-initiate, Mitch. Tingin. Bang! Mani ako! Bang! Tara. Mani ako!
Two major learnings via the Infinix mic check. Number one, they indeed do play for Clayton. So it's all centered on that Clint. Second is they just direct Brusco. Like Brusco protect Clint.
Yeah.
Brusco protect Gord. And then from there they just move along.
I I heard the Paldo word again.
Yeah,
From Clayton.
Clayton is Paldo. And for all those who are Paldo, we invite you to pick up your Dynamic Port and Radiant kits. They're officially live in the shop. Leslie Mays is for you. It's time to lock and load.
And now is the best time to gear up because it's from now until May 23rd. So you can enjoy 20% off during the first month launch.
You heard that right. That's just 640 diamonds. 640 diamonds for the Dynamic Ported and only 200 for those Radiant kits. Log in right now and flex that angelic agent in style.
That's less than $1,000 worth of diamonds for the whole kit. So,
yes, sir.
Again, if you can't win, just flex.
True. That's why I always flex.
I even have that loading screen thing. Yeah. You showed me that.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got one more match coming your way on this lovely Friday night. We will be witnessing the white-hot Smart Omega face-off against still, I think, #1, the final boss in the league, Team Liquid Philippines. That's coming your way. That's midnight. This is Brigida. My name is Leo. Stay with us. You're watching MPL Philippines. Let's go on over to a side report.
It's the Super Family coming in at the MPL Arena with full energy as they secure their playoff spot and getting a 2-0 sweep against APBR. This is your very own Odin reporting on the side to tell you what is happening outside of MPL Philippines. Now we are gonna talk about ENCC Ball qualifiers. It's a national qualifier to decide which team will represent the Philippines in the Esports Nation Cup 2026. Kinakatawan yan ng TZ Brothers na kinabibilangan ng original TZ Brothers na sina Carl TZ, Flap, kasama sina JP, Sanji, and Super Marco. Sila ngayon ang magre-representa sa Pilipinas para sa Esports Nation Cup 2026. Ito ay matapos nilang patumbahin ang Import Esports sa Grand Finals with a 3-1 score. But before that happened, ay winalis nila ang group stage kung saan nagtala sila ng 8-0 record. And now, we are gonna put a spotlight onto Athena League. It's an all-female MOBB league na dedicated for highlighting women in esports. Tapos na ang group stage ng Athena League Season 2 at nag-reign na dyan ang Navi PH sa Group A habang Team Liquid Aqua naman para sa Group B. Both teams had a record of 4-0 win-loss cards. Kasunod naman, gugulong dyan ang play-in sa darating na May 11 to 12. Dito na magtatapat ang Minerva Empress and TNC Kaiserin at Dash Wings and RVFE Main. Magpapatuloy ang dalawang team na magwawagi sa playoffs sa gaganapin on May 21 to 22. Huwag kayong aalis dahil mamaya lamang ay meron pa tayong isang match na inaabangan here at MPL Philippines. It's gonna be Smart Omega versus Team Liquid Philippines.
makapigil sa barangay. Smart Omega is white hot going into this bout. With the Tanods behind their every step, they enter the territory of the final boss. Team Liquid has proven to be dominant force as the defending champions of the league. Each win a statement. This is my house. You're watching MPL Philippines Season 17. Palag na to at your service. My name is Leo. Here on the English desk, of course, joined by Midnight and Brigida. We'll be bringing you the action. And of course, on the Tagalog desk,
Kami pa rin. O si Corty, kasama rito si Purito at si Wolf.
welcome to the second match of the night. Maraming salamat kung napag-desisyon ninyong dito. I-spend ang inyong Friday night. Of course, it is... Dole Day.
Is it?
Every day is Dole Day.
Every day is Dole Day.
Okay.
Tama.
Mahirap tong hinaharap ng Smart Omega. They are at a barangay checkpoint. Ang barangay laban sa isa sa mga titans ng MOBB.
Yep, and it's great that we really mentioned how they've been on a hot streak because ever since they've ended the first half and entered the second half, they're yet to let go of a single series.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing to see Omega in this level and in this form. Kumbaga, clearance na lang yung hinihintay ng barangay clearance ang hinahanap natin sa kanila kasi mabigat yung kanilang linggo, men. Aside sa laban nila ngayon, laban sa TLPH, yung bukas ang bigat din.
Totoo. Actually, pero what if malagpasan nila to, di ba? What if malagpasan nila etong linggong to ng masaya?
Uy, kumbaga, tapos na sila sa tulay eh. So, nakalagpas na sila sa tulay. Naglalakad na ngayon yung Omega.
May isa
sa
pa tulay, oh.
Kaso may isa pa tulay. Ang laki nung nakaharang. That's, of course, called TZ. Then eventually, Falcons. Pero, gano'n nga ba katibay ang barangay?
Dyan masusubukan ng barangay. No? Nakita na natin yung biglang pagbulusok ng barangay. Question dito sa team na to, kung kaya ba nilang humarap ng mga malaking team. And ngayon, masusubukan yan.
Yeah, we can only hope na despite of course yung first 3 matches nila in the second half being up against teams who are on the lower half, ayan na nga, we can see na the barangay is looking very comfortable kasi I believe that would really prepare them a lot going up against the top seeds in our standings.
You know, it's funny because like we talk about bridges, we talk about rivers. But we talk about one thing for Smart Omega. It's very easy for them. One way to secure a playoff spot is just win against one Titan. Isang Titan lang ang nakaharang sa pathway ng barangay.
They have 2 chances. Today, it's going to be TLPH at kapag nanalo sila, that will be good. And then, Falcons tomorrow. Pero ito naman yung isa sa mga gustong-gusto kong statlight. Hindi nyo napapansin. Pero sa team na to, sa Omega, sa franchise, this is actually the best streak so far sa regular season ng Omega. This, for the very first time since Season 6, mga kaibigan, 5-match win streak kung sakali.
And pre-franchise Omega pa yun. Tinan mo, more flex.
Okay.
It's worth flexing kasi nga, nung ginawa nila yun, 5-match win streak sila ang nagrepresenta sa ating bansa.
That's right.
This was a Hayes and Haji-led Omega.
Tama.
Diba? Isipin mo yun. At saka kung babalikan mo at titingnan mo ng mabuti, 6 na taon yung lumipas. Gano'ng kahabang taon ang inantay ng Smart Omega para mapunta lang sa puntong to ngayon?
Nandito pa din si Wolf, no?
20 years old pa lang ako noon, guys.
Ako 12 eh.
Talaga ba?
Bata-bata pa kayo, no? Pero ang panigurado dito for Smart Omega ay talagang maganda yung pagpasok nila entering this week. Pero ito din kasi, di ba? Parang kakalabanin ng Smart Omega yung medyo galit na lang na Liquid kasi nakabawi na sila ng isa. Pero sinabi na rin mismo ni Carl na ang pinaka-aim nila ay wala nang talo sa pagtatapos ng regular season.
And if they do win na dire-diretso, may chance sila either first seed or dun sa upper bracket na ina-aim naman din talaga ng teams. Alam naman natin kapag nasa upper bracket ka, mas maganda yung scenario para sa'yo. And this is a team that was doubted before they started, but now, yung ibang teams, nagkukumahog makapasok sa playoffs, sila ang problema nila is, ano ba tayo? First seed, second seed, or third seed?
That's right. Confirmed na bahay nga nila ang MPL Philippines Season 17. Ang tanong, nasa hapag ba sila? Are they at the head of the table? I think the Cavalries all over are enjoying what they're about to see because we want to give them a quick shout out. Ayan, they are at the K-Go Korean Food House in Los Baños sa South End, sa Sweet Tea, the coffee camp in Antipolo. So meron din sa East. They are going to be taking on Smart Omega tonight. Continue to support Liquid as they face up against TNS Pro Team tomorrow at the same location. So meron tayo sa South, meron tayo sa East.
Yeah.
Pumunta na kayo.
Yes. These are the important matches for the Cavalry kasi syempre malalaman nga natin this week at the very least if they will get to secure that upper bracket. Kasi if not tonight, if not tomorrow, then we are again watching out for Aurora versus ONIC, which happens this coming Sunday.
And the Cavalry's charge towards the upper bracket would not be possible without this young man on screen. Teddy, let's learn about him and his life story before the match begins through this video.
Si Teddy po bago siya mag-pro normal po na high school student din. Yung una po libangan lang talaga yung ML din. Pero po dati po mahilig na talaga ako sa mga MOBA games. So dati hilig lang tas naging competitive na ako sa RG ganun. Then nag-tryout po ako sa amateur team. Nagsimula po siya nag-MDL po kami nung dati kong team sa Uncle Drew Gamer Pack. Then bago po mag-start yung season ng MDL, kinuha po kami ng Team Liquid Academy din. Yung nandun na po sa Team Liquid Academy, parang yung MPL team po namin wala silang gold laner sa C-Ball. So parang trinay po nila ako. Tapos yun din po yung parang tryout ko. Thankfully po kami po yung naging representative ng Pilipinas sa Japan. Then yun po yung naging assurance sa kanila na pwede akong iakyat sa MPL. Yung motivation ko po sa family ko din, sa mama ko po na palaging nakasupport sa akin ever since sa amateur pa lang din. Para sa sarili ko din po. Yung lessons po na natutunan ko since MDL and amateur, siguro yung pagiging consistent ko outside and inside the game, pati maging disiplinado at magkaroon ng self-control sa routine ganun, sa disiplina and in-game and outside the game.
Grabe ang kwento ni Teddy Cutie from MDL. Actually, from amateur to MDL, now to MPL. At i-represent pa nila, actually, kasama siya ang Pilipinas sa mga darating na international tournaments.
Alam mo, hindi na bago yung mga MDL to MPL story, amateur to MDL to MPL story. Pero ito kasi kakaiba Minagic bunot siya nung civil qualifiers di ba? At napatunayan niya kung na-work siya dun sa kanyang pwesto.
Yep, and this is Team Liquid that he was slotted in. So I feel like it has been such a massive challenge for him. I think nag-rebrand pa nga, di ba? He dropped the cutie. So parang
Teddy na lang.
Teddy na lang when he came into MPL.
Okay, you know what? Let's talk about what the teams have to do through the Infinix keys to victory. Wolf in Midnight.
Yeah. Yes, at kung sumusunod kayo sa mga trends ngayon sa social media, alam nyo na ang surefire way para matalo ang Team Liquid ay mag-all chat ng pag natalo kayo. Akin si...
Teka.
Okay.
Wait lang. Totoo ba to?
Totoo to. Pati yung sa Team Liquid, just don't be... joke lang. Para alam naman natin, ito talaga yung tunay na keys to victory. Bukod sa don't be eng para sa Team Liquid.
Nawala pa rin yung translation.
Sa ngayon. The first turtle win is syempre importante sa TLPH. At yan na kailangan din ng Smart Omega. At huwag kayong mag-oversplit sa TLPH. Feeling ko magaling kasi mag-punish ang TLPH. They know the map better. At pwede kayong mapitasan one after another if you do oversplit against TL.
Yeah, and for Team Liquid Philippines naman, para maprotektahan si B, force Omega to lose in the gold lane hero matchup. Very important dito yung tapatan ng best gold laner na si Netsky at pati na rin si Teddy. Hindi ata pwedeng steady lang dito kasi lately nagiging aggressive na rin yung Smart Omega towards that gold lane matchup. And last but not the least, counter the Omega mid-duo movements. Alam naman natin na yung kapitan na nasa barangay ay malupit yung mat call. Kapag nakahawak sila ng tempo, doon nagsisimula yung kanilang pag-shot call, yung kanilang pag-take over sa mapa. Yan ang kailangan gawin ng Liquid para maprotektahan ng B.
Actually, I've gotten word. My community started to say Minguin and Perxiva are worthy of being in the top 3 or top 4 ng mid-duo this season.
Alam mo, saksi ako dyan na dun sa ENC qualifier, talagang nakakabaliw yung performance netong dalawa na to. May kakaiba silang atake na ginagawa
I think sobrang parang kinokompleto na yung isa't isa. Yung, not only that, but you can see it parang may stun, may ibabato si Minguin, tapos parang i-stun muna ni Perks, tapos biglang makukombo nila. Much like Prince Brusco, parang gano'n.
Ang term nga ng community ay may binalagbag. ENC qualifier. So kaabang-abang to kasi Daddy JB versus Perks.
Yan na naman, nung nakaraan, nagdasal yung dalawang to. Dinasalan ni Perks, si Daddy JB, pati ang buong Liquid na manghihina sila. Pero nakita kasi natin, hindi.
Hindi gumana.
nangyari. Oo.
Pero paano yung manifestation ni Netski?
Iba yung manifestation ni Netski ngayon. Yung sobrang lakas eh. Pero parang pinramis naman ng Team Liquid na hindi sila magiging kung ano man yung translation na yun.
Tagalog na lang, eng-eng.
Eng-eng, okay. Tagalog nga ba even yung word na yun? Pero tingin ko naman Team Liquid is not a team that easily is that. And to be fair, yung Omega feel ko kahit hindi eng-eng kalaban nila, kaya nilang pumalag eh.
And we've learned that. Again, you cannot get lucky in MPL Philippines.
Yes.
Malinaw tayo doon. So it's more than just Netski's manifestation. Simulan natin to, ang barangay checkpoint ng Omega as they face the final boss. Let's welcome Smart Omega and Team Liquid Philippines.
Ito na ang huling match ng Week 7 Day 1. Simulan natin sa nagbabagang Smart Omega. Hindi yan, pero meron siyang big game. Anong name? Sa X-Bilin, make way for James!
Isang koponan, isang puso, panalo lagi to.
Nandito naman ang kanilang kapitan para sa pangarap. Subok sa bawat hangarin in the middle lane. Cap Minguin! Hanap mag-funny pero di nagbibiro. Walang nakakakuha, maging ay para kay Ryzen!
Sabay kamay, sabay sigaw, tas bandega.
Handang rumisponde, palaging rumuronda, tagapagligtas at tagapangalaga sa Rome Perks! Sa ilog na rumaragasa, tumulay sa gitna, umahon at umahon muli sa good lane, Netski!
Kami ang dahilan. Smart Omega, Smart Omega. Sabay kamay, sabay sigaw, tas bandega.
Let's go, Nicky!
The cavalry charges once again to retain their spot at the top. Make some noise for Team Liquid Philippines, the Apex Predator, the Initiator, and above all, someone's stall. He is Raging Sunburn! Dictating the game like no one can. The MLBB's GOAT, the chess man. He is none other than Carl Daisy! Do you smell what he's cooking in the mid lane? Make some noise for Chef Sanji! Team Liquid #1, sinong may kasalanan? And this is Daddy JP! And in the goal lane, he's ready, he is steady, he's deadly, Daddy!
Time, call TZ.
To ensure the integrity of the game, let us welcome our marshals, Luis, Miko, JD, and Joshua G. And our head referee, Chop, Master Set. And the head coaches, Coach Hura for Smart Omega, Coach Nap for Team Liquid Philippines. Get the barangay, hold the line, or we'll count the cavalry. Shut them down. MPL super fans, make some noise!
I can't believe this is the reality we live in. A world where Smart Omega, who was floundering in the first half of the season, are literally a possible threat to the defending champions.
Yep, and that is especially if they are really able to take control of that immediate start of that objective of the first turtle leading into or bleeding into the latter portions of the game. But I also really want to take note that that split strategy they've been doing is something they might need to be a bit more wary of, as mentioned in our keys to victory, because this is the team who started that entire idea.
You know what, Bridge? I don't think Omega should let it go. I think for Liquid, it's a coin flip. If we address the split, sure. But what if they do it still when they're not expecting it?
Yeah.
You know what? For TLPH, this is the cavalry we're talking about. It is hard, sort of, to break off this sort of level of chemistry, but I think the Barangay has been able to sort of make their own chemistry as well. They've been able to identify themselves, and I think that's their strong point.
That might be the secret as to why it took them the whole first half of the season to find out who they are and to surprise the league again. 4-match win streak. It is impossible to get lucky in MPL Philippines. That is what they carry here into the arena tonight.
It's a very exciting matchup. Even the graph says it. There's so much to look forward to.
Not to mention, more unique heroes. Let's listen to the 5V Smart Pink test.
Sino sa tingin mo yung hindi ganun pogi sa picture pero sa personal pogi?
Si Sanji.
Si Sanji pa rin. Bakit si Sanji?
Si Sanji? Wala kaasom.
Mas maangas si Sanji sa personal kaysa doon sa picture niya.
Mas maangas si Sanji, guys.
Sino hindi pinaka-friendly?
Approach lang po. Siguro si Sanji. Wala, tinalo po kasi ako dyan sa 1v1 eh.
Anong gamit niya doon sa 1v1?
Chutuchu po kami.
Chutuchu.
Sinipa niya ako personal.
Sa personal kasi sinipa, hindi doon sa karakter.
This is Flight 5J456, Captain Mingwin. Charing. Tatanungin lang kita, Mingwin. Feel mo, saan ka mas gwapo? Sa camera ng MPL o sa personal?
Parang nanagbiyabaw yun ah.
Feel ko, mas pogi ka daw sa personal, sabi nila eh.
Aray mo.
Aray mo. Sino mas pogi? Si Perks o si Tanod number 1?
Standard number 1. Kasi si Tanod number 1, mapapersonal tsaka camera, pogi talaga.
Sa bagay.
Diba?
Oo, tama. Tsaka, dagdag yun yung charisma eh, no?
Charisma yan.
Oo. Parang, sino bang tatapat sa inyo kay Tanod number 1 pagdating sa charisma?
Hindi kasi si Din eh. Si Ryzen.
Si Ryzen?
Oo, si Ryzen talaga.
Okay.
Kumbaga kung usapang hour lang talaga, Ryzen talaga ako.
Speaking of the devil, where is Tanod number 1?
Yeah, I was looking for him during the team intros. I don't see his presence.
Error 404, I guess. Nowhere to be found.
No, don't say that.
We can't say that.
I mean, here's the thing. For the longest time, we've been saying Smart Omega, they have had a lot of buff. One is the theme song.
For sure.
Yes.
2 is the Barangay Tanod number 1.
Yes.
So maybe it speaks of the level of confidence that Omega has right now. We don't need Tanod number 1.
No, that's not gonna fly.
I mean, hopefully they bring him out.
It's not gonna fly. It does help that they are on the play. They're going to blue. They choose expanding rivers. So there's a slew of strats that you can actually pull from this position. And again, if you're going to upset the league, if you're going to take down the defending champions, they who say this is my house, I'd say take game 1.
Yeah.
Liquid, usually when they lose game 1, like nothing comes for free. So you put them up against the wall, you put them in a corner, and you end it quick. Like that must be how Omega does this. I don't think they do it from the game 2.
Yeah.
Doesn't start in game 2.
I guess, you could argue that tempo is going to be very important here, especially for the Barangay. Momentum. Because the cavalry, the caballeros, can win from game number 2. You don't want to toss it over to chances. For Smart Omega, winning game number 1 is a must.
That's what I'm saying. Here we go. Into the draft. Smart Omega already off to a start. Oh my lord. They block out so many frontliners.
Yep. And also, this is Smart Omega saying, Daddy, you're so much at fault. Let's whack a JP.
Is it gonna be a Marcel Pryo then for Smart Omega?
Maybe.
Yo, that's the one hero that it took a while for Daddy JP to pick up.
Yes.
That perk started the season hot with.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a tempo breaker.
I think that's the game plan here for Smart Omega. You don't shut down the GOAT because he's the GOAT.
No.
You don't shut down the Raging Sanford. He's gonna rage at you.
Oh, they ban out the Marcel. You can't get it.
Good read.
Yeah.
That could have been it.
Start at the top, dude. Start at the top.
But then the Freya is also open.
That's true. That's true.
You know what? That might actually be Omega's gambit. That might be the plan of attack. What if they allow the one player that hasn't really proven himself? The one player who might be the easiest to, make vulnerable amongst Liquid.
Teddy?
They let Teddy pick up the carry. And then they attack Teddy. What if?
But I think they're losing focus here. I think for Smart Omega, you attack too many plans, you attack too many fronts, you're going to lose the original intention of this game plan. Now, for TLPH, they did pick up the Freya. We don't know yet if it's going to gold or if it's going to 2 XP, because Sanford has played the Freya before, and I like this early pickup as well from Cartesi, prioritizing the Harley. Usually we see, Cartesi go for second phase picks, Suyo, Leomord, but I think they know the importance of picking up Harley here just to shut down Ryze and Sirapur.
This is unexpected again. Even amongst Omega's rise, how the later half of the season has gone, Suyo being snubbed.
Yeah. Do they take it here though? No, it's
no more. It's done. They've made their bed. Now they gotta lay in it.
Yeah.
There's no Suyo.
Where's the daddy though? That's the question.
Neither team has a roamer.
Yeah, because I think if you're TLPH right now, you're in prime position to pick up roam, especially with 5 heroes.
They don't want to budge, dog.
But the only one that's left is Khalid. Or wait.
There's the liquid galaxy.
So they reveal their sides.
Yeah, everyone.
2 sides.
Everybody's revealed. No flex whatsoever, gentlemen and ladies.
The barangay has yet to reveal their side. No pick for Netsky.
No, but it's quite obvious. Like, you have Leomord. We're going to go jungle. Zushin, unless you want to play Zushin XP.
No, not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. No. So I think for both sides, it's understood. At this point, they have a gentleman's agreement. Guys, there's no flex in this draft. Unless TLPH flexes this into roam. We've seen JP pull that out before. But I don't think it's happening.
Or in mid.
Yes, exactly.
Your team did that.
My bad. For those who don't know, go watch MTC.
Oh my goodness.
Rosa does it more than once.
Yeah. I mean.
Oh my God, there he is!
Oh, he's here!
Barangay Tanod #1 is in the building.
There you go.
See, all their buffs are complete.
Oh, Liquid's pulling out their own roam ban.
Wait, yeah.
I think you know what Daddy is saying? Let me pick up Kalea. Who's your daddy now?
Kalea's banned out, sir.
Oh no, Kalea. Okay, new hero then.
Who's the new hero?
Cho is still out there.
Chip.
Cho and Chip are still out there.
Minotaur.
For the sake of Liquid, I think they should prioritize the Chip. They like folding the map in half. They have a Freya. They have a Terizla.
Unless they go Hilda. I mean, Hilda doesn't look bad.
That too.
Yeah. But they need a catch though. They need somebody with control.
Oh my goodness, wait.
And Liquid do very well when they have control, and this is one form of it. They can flush out brushes.
Big Daddy.
They can pressure whatever comes out in the gold.
Yeah. Ooh, now Smart Omega, they don't have carry. What does Nets pick up here? Claude, maybe?
Claude still, yeah.
Harith. Okay, there goes a Cho for perks. Oh, Cho perks.
Yep, that's a classic. But Netsky.
Obsidia.
Okay.
Now this is, I know this, but I've seen a lot of Obsidias in MTC. It's the counter against Harley and Freya.
Yeah.
But the question is, do you have tempo? That's what Obsidian needs. I would say it's a more demanding Moskov.
You know what? Looking at the rest of that lineup, especially with the Cho, I think they do. Because that mid duo is so strong. Cho, Zushin, you have to overextend to be able to punish that. So expect that Netsky might even get the double lane. But that depends on what Sanji gets. Remember the last time it hurt Netsky, he played an Obsidian to a Lilia, got punished by Aqua.
Yeah. I don't know what you pick up here. Just please don't go Selena. No. No Selena.
Too soon.
Sorry.
Hey, Farsa.
Normal.
Farsa with a Purify.
Yes. Highly likely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super fans, scan the QR code and predict the match winner correctly for a chance to win 1,000 MLBB diamonds. What's the read? How do we feel about this? Because Smart Omega has their own little flavor, and it looks like Liquid just wants to fight.
Yeah, I mean, the late game, because of the Obsidian, looks very terrifying, but it brings you back to, do you have tempo? Because if you're not even able to make it to the late game, and you crumble under the Stampede, which, by the way, we're seeing a Freya, Harley, too, so there's a chance we do witness the Stampede.
It's one thing to ask a team if you have tempo. It's also another thing to ask when you're up against TLPH, do you have enough space? Because if you give them just a little bit, they make that hole a lot bigger and stampede their way through.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 1. Again, it's a barangay checkpoint for Smart Omega as they face the final boss the defending champions of the league, Team Liquid Philippines, on their campaign to be #1 in Season 17.
I cannot believe we started the series by running out of roamers.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the hack a JP shot.
Truth be told, I think I feel a little worse for Perks. Because despite him having, a reputation for the Cho, and, being under the wing of Daddy JP,
Yeah.
I think the Hilda's just a more lethal hero in the current metagame.
Yeah, especially with the amount of absurd frontliners in the current meta. Before, it used to be like Cho heavily favored, but now because there's a lot of heroes that just stands in front, you benefit more from having heroes like Hilda because you can just stand in bushes, you prevent ganks in the middle lane, and then also you're able to, be a nuisance in the team fights.
Yeah, and essentially be one step ahead of whatever Omega might be planning, because the Cho could really just keep going for those surprise angles so long as you have very little to no info. But if JP is always first to position himself and get a hold of these rushes, then that, I guess, minimizes the threat that Omega could bring. Not to say that they have enough burst damage just yet in the early game, though, because it might take a bit more time for them to have that. It's mostly going to come from Ryzen.
Yeah, and then you add the Freya problem to the mix for Smart Omega. That's why I bring the question here, do you have enough tempo? It's not just tempo with like, okay, we're winning fights. Do you have enough against this Freya, Charizda, and then you also have to consider the GOAT is playing a Harley.
TLPH just has all the proactive decisions to be made. Omega has to find those cracks. Oh my lord!
Wow.
Talk about momentum. Teddy is straight up, cut the lane.
Yep. Let me join fight. Let me join the turtle.
Yep, that's how you do it. You cut through, make sure that wave is clean, and then you join the turtle #1. 5-man presence from Liquid.
By the way, one of the keys to victory is easily slipping out of their hands.
Yep.
Oh no, Perks can't even check that brush. He knows that Daddy JP's holding it.
Yeah, TLPH again. Quick movements. Oh, Ryzen.
Phantom Steed already used, but TLPH are not letting go of this right mid push. Could they still be waiting for that moment to fight? They don't actually go for it, though.
Yeah, this is the level of nuisance you get from having a Hilda pick. He's just there. He doesn't care if you go for him. Sanford!
What a two-man penalty zone right there. Ryzen might just die with that deadly magic. He goes down, and no one from Liquid gets traded out.
Okay, normally, when a team fails Grand Theft Orange and you get checked and you get vision, you're fine. Liquid just pushed the advantage.
Yeah.
This is taking ONIC Orange Gambit to another level.
Yeah, and that's why you call it a stampede. They don't even gamble. They go all in. You see TLPH, even though after mid-prio, they could have just gone reset, go full clear on the jungle, or maybe control some waves. They stayed, because they know Ryzen's going to be here, and we can punish. We can use our skills right now, proper timings, because he doesn't have the Phantom Steed.
Yeah.
Until Perks finds a way to use that kick, Omega's tempo is off the table. It's not ready yet. Don't even consider thinking about the Obsidia.
Yeah, because at this point, it's just the Hilda being all annoying over the map. The Tro is always in check, and even during times like what we saw happen just now on that purple or that orange buff.
Yep. On the TLPH, again, this river control that they have is insane. Omega cannot cross this river, and they cannot even go gold lane because they have nothing against this Freya. So at this point, there's nothing else to do but farm, give Netsky some space, and then maybe you find a good way to fight this turtle, but I don't think that's going to be happening though, because there is the waiting on the side of TLPH. If ever Ryzen uses the Phantom Steed and then Sanford gets a penalty zone, that's over.
Whoa. 40, the Apex Predator, checking that brush, flushes James and Perks out. Where is Ryzen? Ryzen's still taking that orange buff, and Liquid collapse onto the turtle.
Yeah, they get to see Teddy here too. Better dash like used together with the penalty zone, and it's Ryzen who actually secures the objective. Now going for the fight, Netsky finds JP, and they are still going for it. James with the Infernal Pursuits and the Way of the Dragon 2 on to Carl. They find the kill on Perksiva, but that's gonna be a 2 for 2.
Oh no, the chef found Dean. He punishes him. Now James on a Sanji. Sanji has no Purify.
No Purify, no Wings by Wings. Sanji knows that he's going down.
The chef got cooked.
He tried to find another layer of ingredient for the menu, but Omega, they were ready to serve. They were looking to
Netsky Davey was right there too to finish off the kill. Not what you wanted after getting a decent trade from Team Liquid.
Man, this is what makes Liquid great, honestly. Like, even if you find an answer, they find an answer to your answer. The replies, they never end.
Plans on plans. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Liquid Philippines showing us they picked up a thing or two after last week's bouts. Saturday, they lost to Falcons. Sunday, they had to go the long way around against APBR, and now they're bringing it to Omega!
Oh, look at that positioning from the chef! James could not do anything. There was little to no support from Omega. It's not like they could also commit.
Yeah.
What was Mr. Gloria looking for?
It looks like he was just trying to get some level of control in mid because they don't have bot lane anyways. But TLPH, again, there's this one thing about this team that they seem to always be ready. I mean, they have Teddy, you know, but it doesn't have to be Teddy. It can be anybody. And TLPH, they knew perfectly well, okay, guys, we have bot. We don't need to stay there. Sanford's going to cut. Let's play mid lane prior because somebody's going to be here from Omega.
Yeah, this mid control by Liquid is just so solid because of the fact that they don't need to really pay attention to this Teddy you mentioned. It's always Teddy rotating out of lane even, and that's happened for like the past few objectives, but there goes a kick. Valkyrie descent as a response from Teddy though, and Perxiva already very low. Another penalty zone coming in from Sanford. Mingwin trying to hold it down, but then he gets caught too, forced to flicker, and JP finishes off the kill as James is left all alone. Up against 5. There goes the Phantom Steed. Ryzen about to fight back. James still sustaining it all, but could they actually go for kills? James about to go down. JP gets taken out instead.
1 for 3. All that for JP's Hilda.
Add it to the list. JP's fault once again in the mid lane. He got caught by the kick from Perxiva. But again, TLPH always seems to be ready. After the initial wave the dragon, we saw Teddy not be steady. He just went in with a Valkyrie's descent, and TLPH went for a full 5-team fight.
This is JP's MVP performance winning hero from last season. And he's showing us exactly why! After all these years, he's still here! Perks gets picked off.
Just how many times are we going to see this Valkyrie descent penalty zone combo?
Yeah. I don't think Omega is ever ready. They look at the map. Okay, Kawati's is bot side. Who's fighting top? And then you see Sanford just jumping in.
They need 10 minutes.
For Omega, they have to understand these triggers coming out from TLPH because a lot of things can come from multiple angles. It's not just the Hilda, it's not just the Harley, it can also just be the I was gonna say the Sanford, but you know what it is. Like it is the end of Freya jumping in.
Sanford.
It is a Sanford. It's definitely a raging hero.
Oh my lord. Yeah. I think Smart Omega are kicking themselves in the behind, opening up that Freya.
Does James really want to fight this? Look at just how quickly he gets bursted down! Teddy is still fighting, going in with a Valkyrie descent, but they are not going to force it. They just take this tier 2 up top.
It's true among the 4 horsemen, Teddy is just a boy. But here, he's proven that he's a deadly boy!
Ooh, Hunt of Bone doesn't even he didn't really use the Hunt of Bone, but I think that too, like, does Netsky even have enough? He prioritized the Corrosion and the Sky Piercer.
Yeah, it's a sad Sky Piercer, honestly. Like, who do you kill? Like, at this point, yeah, sure, you're the counter against Freya, but if you don't have damage, if you don't have tempo, you have to worry about the body of Smith. And then the Purify from Teddy. And then also, Daddy JP standing in the front line. So many faulty plans that Smart Omega and only one guy's absorbing it all.
This is the prototype for the Rage Bait Hilda that's become more prevalent in Season 17.
What was the acronym for that again?
RBH.
RBH,
yes.
Rage Bait Hilda.
Look! Just look!
Oh, yeah.
JP, 2 deaths. How many kills does Omega have? 3!
Ooh.
2 of them on him.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
One got through.
I cannot believe Sanji just wings his way in front of those 3 members of Omega.
They don't care.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's cooking.
Look at this, Carl Easy playing such a chill game at about 62 beats per minute. His heart rate is that of a pro athlete.
Wow.
Of a physical sport.
Yeah.
This is an esport.
He's feeling it, bro. He's feeling it. The GOAT is feeling that, okay, boys, we got it under the bag. We got it under control.
Okay.
Just play macro.
Is there a significant... I think there have been so much resources taken away from Ryzen. It's a 3-level gap, yeah.
Yep. Again, he has all the horsepower, but nowhere to gallop through. Because Liquid are literally just asserting themselves onto his resources. Like, see the rock golem there? Yeah. They're taking his lunch money.
To be fair, it's 1v4. 1 horse versus 4.
No. Make it 5.
Yeah,
Who?
sure.
Teddy's around.
Hey,
They're
that's
closing in, man. This is what they call the Hunger Games. Oh!
what? That was Perks?
Yep, he ate a Deadly Magics.
Yeah, at least they did use a flicker, but it's not looking good. It's a 0-3-0 for this Tro.
Yep.
Lord already marching in. Flicker, Dark Wave coming in from James. He actually starts to fight Perksiva. Finds one, and it's gonna be Zanford. Now they actually get to take down Sanji. James will be traded out though, but there goes Teddy with the Valkyrie Descent. And Carl is just unstoppable. Liquid are looking to end it right here. 10 minutes into the game with only Netsky left to defend. The cavalry stampedes through the barangay.
I can't say I didn't see that coming.
It was a nasty penalty zone, brother. Barangay Omega, zone 1 to zone 5. They got the penalty.
The checkpoint is just too difficult to get past.
This is one bridge that even Netsky will think twice crossing. The game plan may have sounded solid pre-match, but opening the Freya for Teddy might have opened the floodgates. Like that might have been what flooded the barangay in such pressure.
Yeah, even if they saw the bridge, problem was they couldn't cross it. Nobody on the side of Smart Omega can cross it. They cannot. They couldn't even cross their own timers. That's why we brought the question, do you have enough tempo, especially with this composition? Like, it does make sense comp-wise, but come on, you're up against TLPH. This is one of the fastest teams in the freaking world.
I don't think even Barangay Tanod #1 had anything to do with this. This is elemental. This is nature.
Oh my god, fans.
The force of nature, brother.
That's
it's the goat. Yeah. I don't know. If you're a Smart Omega, it's kind of hard to say that, okay, boys, we just fell short on this in this area, in this regard, in this aspect. Because honestly, what I saw from this game is TLPH just having better synergy over the barangay.
Yeah, and this is coming off like the win streak, the previous performances of the mid duos that we see from Omega, but nonetheless, you still gotta give it to the GOAT.
Yeah.
He was deathless.
His pick on the Harley is just a good summation of how Omega got smothered by Liquid. Like almost every single rotation, every bit of damage that came in the early game, and of course the suffocation and the oppression of resources led to the win. Like Carl DJ was present for all of that.
Yeah, and you know, the beauty of this is he didn't even have to pull off any tricks. He basically was just farming the entire game, using the deadly magic for the frontliners.
No magics nor trickery were involved. It was just clean MLBB.
That's why he's the GOAT. He knows when to just play chill, play the farm game, scale up. We have the tempo, boys, we have the Freya. I don't need to participate and partake on a lot of these fights. Let me just farm, let me get my items. Once he's gotten the first 3 items, the core items for the Harley, anybody on the side of Smart Omega, we press him down. And if they go, Sanford is gonna rage through them with a penalty zone.
Yeah, I think that's a really great way to put it. The gameplay we saw from Carl was just chill. Just show up when he needed to.
Yep.
And the rest of the members of Liquid would do majority of the work for him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less. Like that's exactly what Liquid did here, and I think that's what they deserve to do, given how Smart Omega kind of played around with what was open.
Yep.
Because I think this draft, I'd say in the first half looked good, but when they ended up with a Cho and
Obsidia, yeah.
I think that may have pushed it over the edge.
It had its merits, but again, when you're drafting up against TLPH, you gotta consider, do we play for late? I mean, Smart Omega, that's been their identity for the longest time, and rare are the occasions where TLPH goes late game. Matter of fact, they've only consistently gone to a late game against Falcons. And Smart Omega, even though, again, the idea was nice, you have to worry about early game pressure coming up from JP, coming up from Sanford, and even coming up from Teddy. The Freya was a big factor in the early game. This guy wasn't steady. He was ready and deadly.
So we didn't really get to see the effect of the Haka JP.
Nope. If anything, Haka JP may have hurt Omega more than Liquid.
Yeah.
Because even Liquid, heading into the second phase, took out the Khalid. They literally narrowed down the options even for themselves.
Yeah. That was like they got Zushin first pick, which was already weird, but it's fine, understandable. Zushin first pick, and then they go Leomord, Phovius. The Leomord was understandable.
Yeah.
The Phovius was a bit of a risk. Like I understand you take it away from Sanford because come on, it's Sanford, it's Apex Predator. But that's the thing, it's the freaking Apex Predator. No matter what the XP matchup is, he doesn't care. So I think they should have just gone for the Roam pick after the Leomord, and then gave Sanford whatever he wanted because they have the last pick anyway.
And we've seen James play from, you know, weird, mediocre positions and still play the big game.
Yeah.
He's lapu-lapu, like, you could have done that.
Harlan, Terisla. Because, again, you're never, especially on blue side, if you're up against Team Liquid, you're never getting the last pick against Sanford. Because, again, the red side.
Okay, you know what? Hindsight is 2020, and it's so easy to say, Omega, you should have done this, Omega, you should have done that. I think going into game 2, if we want to go all the way, Omega should just have a clearer image of what to do. Because I think they may have shifted gears a little too much in game 1.
Yeah. There was a more solid early game performance that we saw from the past 4 matches of Omega.
Yeah, I agree. And unfortunately, again, up against Team Liquid Philippines, you have to really be sure of what your plans are in the early game. Because if you look at, the other progression that we have here, it's very obvious TLPH, okay, maybe they play aggressive early game, they have the Freya, but they were quite chill. From minute 4 to minute 8, up until the point where, okay, Carl now has Divine Glaive. They don't care about Radiant Armors anymore, and that's when they wrap things up with a stampede of their own.
And I think I'll just, again, echo what we've been mentioning this whole time. Nice little package. Don't try to cheese Liquid. It has to come from a fundamental place.
Yes.
And fundamental to anything is hydration. Sip purified water is filtered through volcanic rocks for a crisp, clean taste that quenches like no other. Quench that thirst. Take a sip. You agree?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It has to come from just like baseline.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You can't Aulus Liquid.
Why are we back at the Outlaws?
I'm just saying, like that happened last week. People need to be reminded.
Yes.
Speaking of which, you see the Max 5D on stage, you don't know. That's clever engineering, keeping these teams locked in. No distraction, just pure performance. Brought to you by TT Racing Philippines. We have your back. Again, I think TT Racing put it well. Pure performance. Make sure that you can perform well against this team, and we can start talking. The clock is ticking, and the seats are filling up. Don't miss your chance to witness Twisted Minds and AP Brent right here in the Victoria Sports Tower tomorrow. Head on to ph-mpl.com and get your tickets now.
Yeah, you gotta support these guys who are still vying for those last few playoff spots.
Yeah.
They're dreaming.
They're dreaming.
Very important match, by the way. Very important match. That match dictates a lot of things. From top 1 to top 6.
We're confirmed that AP Brent is not eliminated just yet, right?
Not yet.
Because step 1 may have gone out the drain, but they can, there's still a chance.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bring your game face on for your smart power pose. Anyone who has shades, I think is automatically qualified.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please, please, please do the pose.
This is Daddy, right?
Please
Daddy
do the pose. Oh, there you go. He has shades.
Okay. Bring it on.
I think. Wait, is that a peace sign? It's not a peace sign. It's.
Okay, this guy's doing his best. Okay, it's a little mirrored.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait. Okay, you won.
Congratulations.
There's a picture there, by the way.
Yes, yes.
Is it just me or are they using the M7 spectacles?
I think so.
We gotta see the side.
Those are the M7 shades.
Whoa.
I love it.
Congratulations to you, sir. Oh, whoa!
Superfans, did you know that men are 5 times more prone to dandruff? Don't let flakes ruin your focus.
Power up with Clear Men. Its triple cooling power gives you 100% dandruff-free hair for that ultimate fresh feeling. Supercharged with Clear.
Hey. Wow, looking good.
That's
Mr. Tanod.
I like the curls on this one.
Yeah, that's our second curly Clear Men super fan of the day.
Yeah, very clear. No dandruff.
Oh, whoa.
I'm pretty sure that's not how that works.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Clear is not a dry shampoo, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Oh my goodness, wait. Oh my.
Okay, sure.
He's gonna have to figure out how to rinse that out of his hair.
Oh my god.
At least it's clear. He uses that. He knows
Oh,
how
yeah.
to open it. He knows how to use it.
He literally used it.
Exactly.
Thank you again to clear. Now, back to the match at hand.
Go to
It
the
is
bathroom.
match point for Team Liquid. Did he?
Yeah.
This is triple cooling power.
Okay, Mans is gonna straight up take a shower now.
Oh, okay.
That's a
Wow.
610 games
Wow.
played milestone.
Most games played by the GOAT. He's past few.
Oh!
Not a single season did he take a break from after debuting in Season 2.
Yeah.
Man's been playing for 16 seasons.
MPL PH history, so... Wow.
16 seasons? You're still here?
Say it out of Wolf.
You're here too.
Actually, never mind. Say it out of Rockhart.
Yeah.
Still here.
Okay, so Rockhart may be the only outlier in point of comparison against Carl Teasy. We're going into game number 2, and Liquid want to end this quick. They have a Friday night to look forward to. Going to blue, playing in Flying Clouds.
Yeah. He seems to be thinking a lot about like the past happening, but let's see how Ryzen has been playing this season so far. He's been a very objective-centric player.
Oh, wow.
Very consistent as well. Like, even with the match they played against Aurora, we saw Ryzen play the Fanny in a very objective manner. Matter of fact, he's one of the most objective stealers after week 6.
He loves objectives so much, even if they don't belong to him or his team, he takes it.
Yeah, let me get it. Let me take it. Unfortunately, it wasn't the case for the last game.
Oh, it was though. They stole.
They stole one.
Yeah.
Just one.
They had no business stealing it though.
If only we could see like the turrets taken down stat line too. Because the amount of split pushes he's done.
As a jungler.
As a jungler.
Yep.
I think you could also count that.
He is the outlier in him and Perks because it could have been all Omega. 3 of their starting 5 are actually the players of the week. So your gold laner, your X laner, and mid laner of the week are all from Smart Omega.
Yeah. Again, he's not a yap, but he shows a lot of big games for James. You know what? I want to see these 3 pop off the next game. Maybe we don't see Nets because guess what? TLPH shows as a map for game number 2. It's Flying Clouds.
Cloud Prince.
Cloud Prince. We don't talk about Cloud Prince.
Hey.
He's busy looking for the bridge.
He's had a number of plays or redemption arc plays. Right?
True. We don't talk about the Hanabi games.
I was so scared they would Hanabi in game 1. Thankfully they didn't. So at least it's still, there's still some reconciliation. Like they can make it up.
So part of the barangay clearance is a list from Leo. Requirements: don't pick Olos.
Don't pick
Hanabi.
Olos and Hanabi.
Yeah. What else?
Play a fundamental game. Again, don't try to cheese out Liquid.
Yeah.
And in game 1 there was some modicum of that.
Yes.
In the Obsidia.
Yeah.
Obsidia is a hero that, I mean, more than half the time you go in
I swear to
and you say,
protect it till
yeah, we're
my
gonna play till you get your power spike.
Yeah.
How about no? How about you play for the now?
Yes. Because again, that's the biggest challenge that most teams have faced against Team Liquid. Their early game start has always been phenomenal. That's why they're 11-0 on Flying Clouds. Again, one of the fastest teams in the world on the fastest map in the game. Of course, you're going to expect them to win every single one of them.
Yeah, so Omega have decided to not go for the Haka JP route anymore. They're a bit more standard now in terms of their bans.
Oh.
This is a better start. I like how they're doing this. But what are they going to do? Open up the Zushin again? Go for the Suyo Leomore trade?
Maybe. I think the game plan is HAH. Hack a horse.
Oh.
See, no gold lane bans. Maybe they're saying Teddy, we're picking up Claude first. We don't ban your hero. You play whatever you want. You go carry, you go Harry. We don't care. Maybe that's the idea. Claude first pick. Since TLPH already banned the Freya out, there's a lot of merit in taking up the gold lane first pick from Smart Omega.
They tried that in game 1. They're like, okay, let's give the youngest member of Liquid a good hero. Let's see what happens. Apparently, it's very difficult.
But at least it's a scaling hero, though.
Yeah.
Like if you give him like Harry, maybe not Harry.
There's some time.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's not gonna be the Claude Prio though. He just let go of his phone.
Just lock it, Teddy. Just lock it. At this point, you
You
know.
go Claude Suyo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why not?
yeah.
Leo.
No, I don't think you go Leo or Suyo. You just Claude whatever.
Claude Valen, maybe.
Because you can take whatever's left. Red 3.
Yeah. I think. Okay, yeah, you go Suyo. He doesn't care. He's the GOAT, man. He's the GOAT. You got just lock Claude. Just lock it. There you go. Oh my lord. No clearance for Barangay today, I guess.
Okay. The beauty of simplicity. The shortest way to a point is through a straight line, and they just drew that straight line with the Suyo and the Claude.
Okay. I can't say if it's still Omega wanting to be a bit more cheese, but
maybe that's the only way.
You know what? I do appreciate his high loss.
It's honest.
That's a H.
So the answer from Omega is we don't have enough horses. Let's add one more.
I like this though. They have more priority. They can actually stampede through Liquid, but that sounds like a practice in futility. Like fighting fire with fire.
Yeah. In before though, time for Teresa once again. Or if not the Teresa, maybe the Alice.
Yeah, because already the first 3 heroes from Omega do jack nothing against the Alice. It's like, thanks.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very unkillable this game, honestly. But I guess up against these two, you still go Teresa. Especially against the Leomore, the Hylos. Basically stop the Barbier from coming in. But they pick up the hero for the Chef first. It's the lane matchup against Zushin. Sanji likes this stuff.
Great read by Coach Aeon and Coach Snap, because again, you have 3 picks that want to keep you within short range or mid range.
Ow.
And you pick the hero that has the superior box.
Yeah.
Ow.
Okay.
I don't know what Neski goes for though. That's my question. He cannot go carry. I'm pretty sure TLPH, they're confident in letting go of this carry. Because one, I'd say it's an okay lane with the Claude. 2, they have an Eve. They can lock down Netsky whenever they want to fight for the side of Smart Omega. There's a reload manipulation that they have to worry about. And now, Smart Omega, very smart from their side, no pun intended. Alice Man, very good hero on Sanford. Now they remove it. Teresa, however, is also a big problem. And even if you remove Teresa on the side of Smart Omega, this guy can just go Uranus.
Yep.
Doesn't care.
There's so many things that Liquid can do, even from the red, that still Omega has to answer. So at least they're reducing, the problem points.
And if that's gonna be the case, then okay, wait, we gotta watch this, okay?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The musicality on this man.
Okay, as I was saying, so if that were to be the case, then I guess they could switch up roles. Like JP and Sanford could switch up like their jobs in game, because there are other like setup roamers also. Okay, there's a face-off going on.
It's a face-off.
Mimadars versus Barangay Tanod #1. Oh, he's lost the cap. He's lost the cap.
Okay.
Okay.
1v1.
Keep going.
There we go.
Oh, split.
Oh!
Man took a bump. There's a Daddy JP special. Red 4 pick. Gonna be the Gatot.
That's an ouchie.
And none of that scares Barangay Tanod #1.
Yeah. Okay, you go Moscow. You cannot go carry here for sure.
That was the hero I was thinking of, because if ever Sanford does go Uranus, then at least they have the Gatot.
Yeah. I mean, the idea was solid from Team Liquid, even though they're Liquid. Again, no pun intended. But I guess this was the only remaining option for Smart Omega. They go, oh my God! If Sanford goes for Dairot or Esme here, it's gonna be nasty. Or even Bene, bring it out, vintage Binuya. Oh,
you said vintage Binuya.
Never mind, my bad, G, my bad.
Straight up hunt down the Moskov, compromise the Zushin, and call it a day.
This guy's on a rush. He wants to end early. They brought out the dragon.
You know what?
Vintage.
There is a world where Omega has studied Sanford's Yuzhong.
Yeah. And wasn't James like one of the more recent Yuzhong users too?
That's true. And he had a very special flavor to his Yuzhong. But this Lapu-Lapu might just be what he needs.
Yeah. It's a good saga though to close out the rivalry between James and Sanford back in NXPE days. It's the Yuzong versus Lapu matchup. This matchup has been known to go both ways.
Not just NXP days. They've also been both in Liquid.
Yes, Echo.
And Echo.
Loud and proud. Again, a matchup that goes both ways. Who's the better XP today?
Oh my god, multiple timelines, multiple paths. 2 XP laners and 2 teams who are on different trajectories on their way to the San Juan Arena, the playoffs of Season 17. That beckons us on the horizon, but first and foremost, Game 2 of this bout.
Okay. So there you go. It's still the Marksman emblem.
Yeah.
Ryzen is just picking off from Game 1.
Yeah.
Even Mingwin, like he just wants to do better. Go again.
Yeah, maybe this time they get tempo, I guess. But again, my big qualm in this game is you gave Sanford Yuzong. Again, this is the thing about Liquid, right? When they're on red side, Sanford is gonna have the best matchup possible, and then now he brings out the best hero of his life, and then it's up against Lapu.
This is the same hero that he used to win the hearts and minds of people from the M4 World Championships. His breakout performance, one would argue, that even in a Filipino versus Filipino Grand Finals, Indonesian fans were cheering. That's how much they love this Yuzong.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if we'll see a bit of the San-San duo synergy too here in this match. Though it's not necessarily like the more active mid laners that's in the hands of Sanji.
Yeah, it's quite passive, especially with Gatot, right? Like, Eve usually wants to play aggressively, but because of this Hylos and the fact that he has a Gatot in his team, kind of have to play defensively a bit, but it's fine because like their lineup is okay with just playing it passive, just slowing it down, play for the farm game, and then we ramp things up when we have the Yuzong level 4.
Well, I'll be damned. Ryzen actually hit level 4 before Carl. No, wait, the graphics were just catching up.
Okay.
Yeah. Never mind. Carl is actually up by about half an XP bar.
This is big though. This is big. They stopped the Yuzong rush level 4. They got the XP on the side of Smart Omega, so they have Turtle Prio. The Carl TZ helping his teammates. He's like, Ford, come here. Let's take this turtle.
Yeah, they want to secure that first turtle. And there goes the Black Dragon form. Phantom Steed already used too by Ryzen. But look at that box out using the real world manipulation from Sanji. James going in, Landshaker lands on 2, but Sanford picks up first blood as Carl secures the turtle for Team Liquid. They're still going to go for it. Kingpin using the Crimson Beacon. But they're not going to fight back.
No one home for the SOD. Netsky tried. That's not a bridge he's willing to cross. And because of Liquid's dominance on half the map, Teddy gets a double lane.
Yeah. You know what? Like, it's funny. Some people think playing Yuzong is easy because Sanford plays it. It's kind of hard. Like, you gotta know how to zone, who to zone, how to proc your passive. But man, Sanford made that turtle look so easy for TLPH.
Yeah, and I think Sanjay too with that placement of the real world.
Yes.
Because Ryzen was about to go in, and speaking of going in, Carl nearly tried to take out Mingwin there. Still has the flicker though.
Okay, they're fine. Let's take a look at this gold lane matchup. Confirmed, Teddy did get a double lane.
Yeah.
Netsky, he's kind of left here, stuck. But that is just about, what, 200 gold between them.
Yeah, but the problem is TLPH, again, they don't have to care about lanes, especially because of the fact that they have this River Prio against Smart Omega with the turtle advantage as well. They could just play the long game for this Claude. We don't need to fight this Moscow. We're gonna pressure him in the near future, maybe 5-minute mark or something. But for TLPH, it's just important for them that they have a safe way for Teddy to farm up. And double laning is usually the response. And because of the fact that again, there's no contention for Smart Omega in the river, they're not gonna be able to stop this.
Smart Omega, I think they're still finding their footing. They're figuring out, what do we do for the next minute here, gentlemen? Do they contest? That's a big question I have for sure. And I bet they're asking themselves that too, because they're down 2,000 goals almost.
Yeah.
Big game James can't play a big game. He tried. That was a valiant effort he did there.
Yeah, to be fair, like if you put down the the Glorious Pathway and the Phantom Steed at once, I think that's a lot of ways to enter.
Yeah.
But Liquid, always being first to the scene, I think keep them under control, not unless they started here. JP gets knocked up with the Lantern Flare. Another Black Dragon form coming in from Sanford, trying to target the back lines right here. Still doesn't use a Petrify. SOD thrown out too, but it's Carl. And that two-man knockup, making sure that Omega will be falling down one by one. AOG doesn't land, but it forces Mingwin to flicker out.
Sanford is colossal. The landing of all landings.
Yeah.
And Liquid just convert through the wazoo. Grand Theft Orange. Turret taken mid.
They want to go for more.
And they're still going!
Oh my goodness, they're in between Tier 1 and Tier 2. Flicker from Sanji, but Carl still finds James. Phantom Seed used by Ryzen. He's gonna go for Sanji and JP here too. Two low members, but they don't actually finish off the kill!
Carteezy says, you're no James Banks. You're not going to be able to do this. And again, Daddy JP with the protection. TLPH once again with their signature Stampede play. We asked the question earlier, can Omega actually contest Turtle? You're right, like there's a way, there's a glorious pathway, there's a way to bridge it for Smart Omega. But Sanford was like, I own the bridge. Perfect Petrify timing as well. Under the landing from the Black Dragon form, Ryzen stood no chance.
Pretty sure you're not allowed to own bridges. That's a
unless you're Sanford.
kind of law there. Oh, but wait! They drop the glorious pathway. Sanford answers with a Black Dragon form, but I don't think Liquid's ready for this. They're playing the map.
Yeah, but they do force out the Black Dragon form though. But Omega are still just able to take that one turret up top.
Yeah, and all the meanwhile, Teddy's just steady. Look at the amount of farm that he has right now. He's playing it safe, playing it cool. But yeah, sure, it's a 900 gold difference between the Moscow. It's not that big for Smart Omega, but the amount of work that they have to put on the side of Smart Omega to stop other members. Even if they have direct answers against the club, they don't have anything against Carl, against Sanford right now.
Teddy, this is disrespectful. He sidesteps the SOD. He's not on a Purify, mind you, and he just stands within inches away from Perxiva saying, look, stun me, stun me.
Oh, that's a combo right there. James will not get to survive that combo from Carl and Sanford.
You know, this is experience from Sanford and Carteezy. They're like, we don't have to be loud and proud. We just gotta kill you.
Oh my God. Before James won an MPL AD title in Season 15, Carl and Sanford won one in 2022.
What a crazy timeline, bro.
This is the reality of it all. Liquid are now up 6,000 gold. They're knocking down turrets, top, mid, and bottom.
Oh my goodness. And
no.
No one's paying attention to Teddy. Okay, Omega want to fight this. They want to go for JP, but there's the Black Dragon form ready once again. And the real world together with a blazing duet. Fear of Misery actually pushes Teddy away because they had to force him. They could not take the damage.
That's a wishful thinking, honestly, for the Barangay, especially in front of the Dragon from Liquid.
They were at a crossroads. Do we allow Liquid to do this, or do we at least put a semblance of a fight?
It's a no and no.
I think that was just, you know, the warriors in them speaking. Maybe try, maybe try.
Okay, yeah. maybe it's a Cloud Prince moment. That could, I don't know.
There were no clouds involved. I mean, thankfully, they're not involving any of the clouds.
Yet.
And I think that's what's dangerous about this. Don't. That's what's dangerous about this. Liquid chose this map. They're giving Omega more options to hurt themselves with.
Yeah. Because didn't we say something about clouds and utilizing it?
Yeah, because Liquid, the only way Liquid is using clouds is to just get faster rotations.
Yeah.
Reset, get back into the lane. Reset, get back into the lane.
Yeah.
So, are you saying TLPH were like, okay, bring more bodies. Let me get more kills.
I guess you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Okay. To be fair, there's no Sky Piercer on the side of TLPH. But they don't care. They want bodies. Let's take bodies.
Whoa, JP went in for the Unbreakable and the AOG out. Now it's Sanford who might just go in for the setup together with the Blazing Duet coming in from Teddy and Carteezy diving under the turret just to take down these members from Omega one by one. Carteezy gets shut down by Netsky and he still survives.
Okay, throws out that Fear of Misery, but no wall to throw Daddy JP into. Liquid continue to pressure them. They might take mid inhibitor.
Lord.
Liquid's in the base.
3 objectives after 3 objectives. I mean, they lost Carl. But maybe at that moment, Carteezy was thinking, maybe I should have bought that Sky Piercer. You know, maybe I would have taken out the Liam Ward. But to his defense, it was 4 people and a tower.
Yeah.
It took 4 people, 1 tower to kill Carl TZ. Mind you, Smart Omega still has to worry about Teddy.
Okay, and now Smart Omega might actually wanna fight this because Carl is nowhere in sight. Sanji gets bursted down, Ryzen takes the kill, and they might have just positioned themselves a bit better for this Lord.
Okay, Sanji ain't free. Carl ain't free. This slows down Liquid. Worst case scenario, but you're still staring down the barrel of an 8,000 gold lead.
Yeah, like even without the gold, you still have to worry about, okay, we take Lord, where's the Dragon? Where's Sanford? Because this is the guy that stops everybody from taking the Lord. He is the walking reset button for both sides.
And Sanji's gonna make it. They're not really able to just burst down the Lord as they please.
That's what I'm saying. Clouds were all in Liquid's playbook.
Yep.
It allows them to reset. It allows them to be a little messy.
What?
Wait, 3v1, what is this?
No Dragon though. It's like a force bait on Omega.
They baited out.
Yeah, TLPH, they took their precious time in establishing the slow push, but now they have no Dragon. Smart Omega, if you ever want to make a move, it's now. But they're going back base.
See?
What?
A reactive response from Smart Omega.
¿Por qué? But why?
Nani?
Okay, maybe they were expecting something else from Liquid, but they couldn't have read into, oh, it actually happened. We forced the Dragon.
Yeah.
Half of them were already on their way to the base.
It's like, I guess it's the experience from TLPH. They know somebody's bound to protect this Moskov. So some people on the side of Smart Omega would play Barangay Tanod #2 in front of their base, and TLPH realizing that, guys, no Dragon, no problem, just burst Lord.
That's what I'm saying. It's like Liquid made the decision faster, and Omega were already on their way to do something else. So from the back foot, 10k down, Omega have to defend. Liquid got a Lord through mid, a wave up top. Black Dragon form starts it up.
All right, there you go. Team Liquid Philippines are looking for the end here. Lord already inside the base as Teddy still takes that turret up top first. Mingwin gets to dodge the stun, and there goes the Glorious Pathway, but they counter with a Real World and an AOG from Daddy JP. Now that's 2 members eliminated from Smart Omega, but they still get to clear the waves.
Oh, the recalls, man.
5-man flex down.
Oh, Omega get to receive the damage from the blazing duet of Teddy, and Team Liquid are indeed in a hurry. They end this series 2-0.
With no time wasted, Liquid are that much closer to securing their spot in the upper bracket.
They indeed.
And they did. You know what? After today's opening, I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
So
I
now,
know.
we're sure.
It's secure, and they just took away the clearance from the barangay. They say the B is ours as they own Barangay Omega.
Oh my goodness, that's 12-0 for Liquid on Flying Clouds.
12-0.
I mean, it was their
Flying
choice.
Clouds. Yes.
It was their choice. GG well played. The Smart Omega. The streak ends here.
Oh.
No level of manifestation from Netsky.
Oh, perks.
And no amount of prior history will get you over the defending champions. Smart Omega will be in action once more this weekend, but today they take a bow. Let's take a look back at the happenings of this match. If there's something that Omega won against Liquid, I'd say, sorry Mimadars, but Barangay Tanod one got that.
I mean, it's a downside of fighting a Titan, you know? Like, you see the bridge, but you also see the Titanic wall, the Titanic statues of the horsemen. You see Carl DZ, you see Sanji, you see JP, and you see the Raging Dragon from Sanford that stops everybody on the ground for Smart Omega.
And Teddy.
And Teddy.
Yeah, every single one of them, honestly. There's just, and the difference between Liquid Stampede in Game 1 versus Game 2, despite or regardless of like the kind of lineup they go for, it's so terrifying to look at.
You know what?
Terrifying.
Game 1 was faster, but this felt more dominant.
Yes. Because at least game number 1,
Look
they
at
had the
that,
Freya.
that's dominance!
Yeah, they had the Freya. This game, they had a late game lineup, and TLPH said, doesn't matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from Team Liquid Philippines. After securing their upper bracket slot, they're on stage with our hosts.
It's the Cavalry putting on a show. A 2-0 sweep.
Congratulations, everything happened so fast against Smart Omega. And now Carl TZ, our casters already mentioned, you officially secured an upper bracket slot. Let's all clap for the Team Liquid. One of your goals finally happened. You've achieved it. And now what would be your next goal as a team? Our next goal would probably be top 1. Top 1. Of course, you have perks if you get top 1, but you know that we've been talking about, or the casters have been talking about, if you are the first ever
yet to verify
player.
Pero Carl,
if you are
yung personal goal mo aside
first to hit level 15. Okay. What's your goal aside from the other goals that you mentioned? My goal would be to give a championship to our new coaches and to our new player. Okay, that's beautiful. It's for the team. And now, you've went up against the team that a lot of people had their eyes on because of the past matches that they've had. They've been on a win streak. What was the game plan or approach facing Smart Omega? We just did our usual, and maybe they were the ones who just overthink everything. It was the draft and the strategy that Liquid had.
Dito sa side na to, Sanford.
Okay, now let's talk to Sanford.
Fans.
We all know that there are a lot of fans from Liquid.
Full house tonight.
And we have a full house tonight.
Fans ng Omega.
And we also have a lot of fans from Omega. How fun is it to play when you see that there's a lot of viewers? It's really fun because it's similar to my first international where there were so many people, and I want that to happen again. And because recently we had a lot of fans whenever we play, so it's just really fun to see a lot of people coming to support us.
You had a stellar performance with...
You've had a stellar performance with Terizla. Okay, so now we will be taking a look at this play. And could you share with us what the shot call was and how the decision making went when you went for this play? That time, they were just planning to take down the turret. And I was just constantly telling them that I'm looking at you guys. So I went for it.
Yes, of course. And we're yet to find out kung sino ba ang ating match MVP.
We're yet to find out who our match MVP is. Who do you think it is?
Our match MVP is... JP. Napakagandang laro nyo against Smart Omega.
You played really well against Smart Omega. You have a lot of supporters here in the Cavalry. What is your message to them? Thank you for supporting us, and hopefully we see you in the playoffs.
Congratulations for another win, Team Liquid Philippines! You may now take your victory walk. Grabe, Odin. First game, it was about 11 minutes. Then the second game was about 12 minutes. It was a fast game, but grabe, yung level of plays.
Of course. At alam mo nga, pinag-uusapan natin na isa sa mga players nila, which is Carl TZ, ay parang binibit ang kanyang sarili palagi. And bukod doon, talaga namang gusto niya na buong team nila ay umaangat. Kaya naman, let's find out kung ano nga bang nangyari in that game too with our casters. Casters, palag na to.
Congratulations to our match MVP again, Season 16 Grand Finals MVP, JP. Again, the breakdown. I like hearing about how simple things actually are despite the chaotic approach and what it seemed like from our view.
Yeah, it's the individual roles that TLPH just instinctively knows from each player because, you know, they have their own roles, they have their own plays in the game. It's just a matter of executing. If I need to go, let me go. And that's the beauty of TLPH. Everybody just commits to their play style. And you know who's committed to the sin?
Yep.
Our MVP, Daddy JP, whatever it is that the team commands him to do, he just does it.
He remains accountable.
Yes.
I really love that one moment where he just went in for the unbreakable and then used the AOG out, and it was already enough. I guess it also was because of the massive gold lead that was already in hands of Liquid, but even then, as you mentioned, they just stay committed to their play, their games, their play style, and it's something Omega were never really able to figure out throughout the first 2 games. Or maybe, in the words of Carl in the interview, maybe they just think too hard about or overthink everything.
Yeah. And for TLPH, life's simple, you know? We fight, we go. JP, I either jump or I save. And in this game, he saved so many heroes. He saved Sanji a lot of times. And he's also like very annoying in the team fights, like the taunts up against the the Leomords, the Hyluses, even the Lapu. He was always there to make sure that Carl TZ is able to do what he wants, and Sanford was enabled to go do normal use on things. Be annoying in the front line, go petrify somebody. I got Carl TZ. I got the entire team on my back.
He's been doing that since game 1.
Yeah.
Again, the Hilda is a hero that's responsible almost single-handedly for them taking down Aurora in the grand finals of last season, right? In game 2, it's the Gatot, who I think, you know what, if I mention Gatot Kacha in first pick, people will say 99% of the time JP.
Yeah.
It's him.
He's him. JP, I would say, still very underrated to this day, because he just does so much, and it goes almost unrecognized by a lot of the times because he does it so consistently that we get to highlight the other 4 players in this team. And I feel like for JP, it's just a regular day for him, like just doing the normal things that he gets to do, and that's what makes the synergy from Liquid great. Like every single player on the squad just knows what they're supposed to do in the game.
Am I not overstating or being a little too crazy if I say JP is one of the top 3 roamers of all time?
That's not an overstatement, sir. If I dare say so, he's the best roamer in the league right now.
Am I categorically correct?
Yes.
In the what?
Fundamentally, yeah.
In the decade history of MLBB esports, he's got to be up there.
For the past 2 years.
For sure, in recent memory.
Yeah, I'd even argue if you average it out for the past 2 years, he's the best roamer.
Oh.
Number 1.
Average it out. Average.
Okay. Let's see. And it's not like within the Philippines or
just history.
Okay.
I mean, come on. Look at the heart rate.
He's chilling.
He's chill.
On average when there's no fights. Even in fights, he's chilling.
What?
And you know what's funny? This peak BPM might have been that one moment that he lost Carl TZ. And I was like, oh, I'm not there. My bad. My fault.
Just that. It's probably the only moment we ever got to see his heart rate spike, but yeah, even the progression tells you a lot about how this game really turned out. I guess this was not the Omega I really expected to come into this match.
I mean, what are we looking for? I'll tell you now, if you're facing off against Liquid and you're a team like Omega who has been on a hot streak and has shown, their game, this is technically their game. Like game 2 is a draft that looked like something they could have played. Game 1, I don't count game 1.
It's kind of hard to.
Yeah, that draft is not a draft that I expect them to win, even through the matches they won streaks with.
Yeah.
So, you know what, Smart Omega? You got one more chance to qualify for the playoffs, or there might be some permutation of our leaderboards that allow for you to qualify some way, somehow.
There's one, but it's up against another.
It's against Falcon. Is it tomorrow or on Sunday?
I think it's Sunday.
Oh my god. It is Titan territory that they found themselves in.
Yeah.
It's okay to be scared.
Yeah.
As a member of the barangay, I am with you in spirit. It's okay.
There's that bridge, but there's also the Titans. Kind of hard to cross it.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to hear from Netsky about his thoughts on that, but we will hear the Infinix mic check.
Ito, patuhingan mo na. Chill nga. Wala kayo skill. Pasabog. Itadakimasu. Ano? Pag-ulti ka. Patulong. Kaya pasag pre. Basag mid. Good trade. Tore. Wala ka bayo. Apply clouds out na. Let's go out.
Sinong mas lamang sa mana?
Lasitan.
Sino ang mas mabilis?
Wag. the blue, coach.
Oh, shit.
What's my goal?
Ikan sa basket, pre, ha? Basag bot, Ted.
Si Jamor, pre, low na.
Tingin niyo, pre, Sushin.
Yung wave nga sa bot, ay sa top.
Sushin.
Tangko.
Yan ka lang. Tingin sa akin. Umus, pre. Nice, Dad.
Ayay ko.
Tingnan Sushin, ha?
Ayay, Chok.
Oh.
Dad, ikaw.
TV.
Ay, mapatay na ako.
JP on purpose refused to be part of the 5-man flex down. He had about a 2-second window and he refused to press the recall button.
He's too much at fault, I guess. Too much at
That's
fault.
just the dad in him. I have a question for all of y'all. Do you have what it takes to run the show? With the E-Project, Esports for Everyone, we're giving you the power to bring the MPL energy to your own local community.
That's right, because these participants who join get exclusive access to tournament modes, free in-game items, and even diamonds. So all you have to do is just head over to ph-mpl.com/e-project to start your application.
It's time to turn that passion into action. Visit our website for more information.
Teddy is a product of the E-Project.
Yes, sir.
He's played a plenty amateur events that was under this program. So see where it takes you. We're calling all super fans. Stay updated on all things MPLPH and connect with the most passionate community in esports. Join the MPL Philippines official Facebook group, the Superfan channel, and the official MLBB Discord.
Get your all-access pass to exclusive content, the latest news, and community discussions. Lead the conversation and have a chance to be featured as our super fan of the month.
Be part of the MPL Philippines family. Scan the QR code on your screen right now and join the conversation. See you there.
What kind of posts will we be seeing tonight?
Oh.
Because I'll tell you now, I can't say it wasn't, something we didn't expect.
Yeah.
Tonight went the way my predictions went, I'm trying to say.
I'm expecting a story from Sanford.
I mean, yeah.
Because that was a vintage use
The match results, yeah.
And then in our upper bracket. So for sure,
yeah.
there's going to be a story.
Yep, they're locked in to at least one or two.
Yes.
Yeah.
Falcons could chase them down, but the Super Fam are going to San Juan, that's for sure.
Yep. Exactly. As we see 3 teams heading towards the playoffs, and there's 4 teams left in the regular season that are still trying to vie for the playoffs contention.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
There's a chance we see who gets 4th playoff spot
one is
tomorrow.
technically eliminated yet.
No, not yet. Except, well, yeah. Not yet.
Wow. No one is eliminated yet.
No one yet.
Wow. All right, let's talk about Pasiklaban. Of course, the battle between super fans. The Sonics lead in a 10-1 record.
Yes, sir.
With the Auroras and the Bees coming up close a second. The tight middle, and then of course the Phoenix Army. What's going on with the Phoenix Army?
Oh.
I mean, maybe
they show up.
Maybe they're sad.
They show up though.
Yeah, at least they show up,
Oh. I wonder if we also know who's already playoff secure here. We don't really get to.
Maybe it's the Sonics. Maybe it's the Sonics.
Yeah.
For sure the Sonics.
Yeah.
For sure the Sonics. We've got about 5 days of broadcast left.
Wow.
5 days. Oh, that's 10. 5
days.
5 days of broadcast.
And then from there we go over to the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
To San Juan.
Oh my lord, 5 days.
Tickets are flying fast. I'd say secure yours now.
Yes, sir.
The grand finals is all out unless we, due to popular demand, open that up. We're closing up Friday. It's been a great weekend to start MPL with. Any thoughts?
It was fast. It was fast and raging.
Very quick.
Super fast. Too fast. A bit too fast.
You can go to dinner. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll throw over to the stage. Thank you for joining us.
What a way to kick off Week 7. Dalawang matatinding matchups ang nasaksihan natin today.
2 sweeps in 2 matches. ONIC Philippines and Team Liquid Philippines definitely came in on a mission today and did not disappoint.
Sonic Fam took that playoff tickets. Meanwhile, TLPH naman sinecure ang upper bracket.
That's right. At mas titindi pa ang bakbakan dahil sa natitirang playoff spots. At bukod dyan, dapat abangan ang marami pang activities here in the MPL Arena. Lalong-lalo na bukas.
It's Super Fan Saturday! Kaya maraming salamat sa pagsama sa amin today. This is your host, Thea.
And this is your very own Odin. Samahan niyong mulit kami dito lamang sa tahanan ng pinakamalalakas.
Muli, ML Superfans, sabay-sabay tayo. Ito ang MPL Philippines Season 17. Palag na to!
17th season of MPL Philippines is brought to you by the following sponsors. Infinix, the official gaming phone partner, the power behind every Madlang gamer. Smart, the simply reliable connectivity partner of the MPL. Our partner in esports, Clear Men. And our strategic partners, TT Racing, Ferry, and SIP. Don't miss any MPL action by following our official Facebook and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Follow MPLPH on TikTok for more content. Experience the lakas ng Pinas of MPLPH Season 17 live at Victoria Sports Tower. Grab your tickets now via the official MPLPH website. MPL Philippines is monitored and supervised by the Games and Amusement Board.
Let's go, Liquid! Let's go, Liquid! Team Liquid! Let's go, Liquid! Let's go, Liquid! Team Liquid! Team Liquid! Team Liquid! Team Liquid! Count easy! Count easy! Count easy! Count easy! Team that ever play MLBB, they run the game. Call TZ, they're gonna debate. Crown the king, he seals the fate. They counted us out. Now we shut them down. Team Liquid. Let's go Liquid. Sanford on the front line, never fall. Signed you with the place, ice cold. Teddy lock it down, hold the line. JP coming through every time.